Washington has a pretty straight tip that there may be an attempted sabotage when the fleet passes through the canal tomorrow night.
Humble self responsible for tip. Noticed large increase in number of secret agents since fleet ordered back to Pacific.
Well, what is wrong?
These are cigarettes from Mr. Godley's body.
Godley's? They are poison.
Daniel Manolo, how you know secrets shared only by police and murderer?
What do you make of it, Charlie?
Too soon to make much, but unusual method of causing death is Reiner's signature to crime. Godley and Reiner play cat and mouse game, and mouse strike first.
He mustn't strike again. With the fleet scheduled to go through the canal in the next 18 hours, we've got to work fast.
This is Michelle.
This is Mike.
Ken.
Megan.
Rich.
And this is
Manwich.
The Manwich Show.
Bring you back to the beginning.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a long time.
Right.
So tonight is our silver screen night.
Silver screen.
Yeah, taking this movies. Everything has like conspiracy behind it. Everything has stories. And I think one of the most fascinating ones that people don't even know about is the Charlie Chan story. And Mike, you actually brought that to my attention like about a week ago now.
Give it to Charlie Chan, dude. I love that show. He has a lot of episodes. They're just two different guys.
Are they movies or are they episodes?
I think they're actually I think they're more like little movies.
Yeah, because they're
like
hour
little
long.
movies.
Yeah.
They're like little movies. Actually,
you took the time to watch them ever?
I watched some. Yeah, I watched The Circus, and that was pretty good.
Did you watch that one?
The gorilla killed, but it was a guy dressed.
Or you
in
got
a
somebody
suit.
calling in.
Humbug.
Who's this guy?
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
we got the poster.
At Racine Correctional Institution.
Over.
Your account balance is $11.67. To hear the charges for this call, press 2.
Who's that person?
To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call,
Crazy
hang
person.
up now. To block this call and all future calls, press 9.
Welcome to the Manwich Show,
All calls
Pulver.
other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Welcome to the Manwich Show, Pulver. What's up, man? What's going down? You ever hear of Charlie Chan?
Jingle bell.
You ever hear of Charlie Chan?
Jingle bell.
It's not
Jingle
even
bell,
this.
jingle bell. That's a weird rhythm you have there for singing Jingle Bells.
Jingle all the way.
Yeehaw! That's what it sounds like to say next.
So, yeah, we're not singing about...
He can give a good...
Get you to the store, water stop and sleigh. Only me to go, laughing away.
Ha 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 ha.
Make me feel sad. Get you to the store, water stop and sleigh. Only me to go, laughing away.
Hey. We're not even December 1st yet. Calm down.
Yeah, you're all singing.
Calm down.
You're singing Silver Bells, and tonight we're talking about the silver screen. So we're talking about, we're taking movies back all the way to its birth when Hollywood was called Hollywood Land. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Well, we have a Who Can You Be now?
It's in my purse.
That's cool. Yeah.
My mother calling me. She saw him.
Your mother, you're in trouble now.
And she knows what's on my plan and what I do, and she does the same like weird stuff all the time. I don't know.
Hello, Michelle. Michelle.
Yeah. I firmly believe that people that retire just stop paying attention to the rest of the world and how it operates. They're just like, fuck it. I'm retired. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it'd be like,
cool.
what, you don't know that? And then the person would be like, well, yeah, I'm retired.
I'm retired. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to know what day it is anymore.
So, Pulver, tonight our topic is Charlie Chan. Have you ever seen any of the shows?
No, our topic is the silver screen, but Charlie Chan is part of that silver screen tonight.
Well,
because we got 2 hours to fill, and I can talk about Joan Crawford over here because that's.
Have you watched any of old shows on TV then?
Any old black and white
Nope.
movies?
Huh?
You never seen no Charlie Chan?
You never seen Charlie Chan?
You never watched any black and white movies?
No Mom, Pa Kettle? No Mom, Pa Kettle?
No Little Rascals? No Little Rascals?
No Flintstones?
I watched
Three
Little Rascals,
Stooges?
yeah. I saw Little Rascals, yeah.
Oh wow, that
I saw
are
Three
cool.
Stooges, yeah.
That's cool. All fit
Three
the
Stooges,
rascals.
What's the other two
Rascals,
dipshits?
How about the Jetsons?
Laurel and Hardy.
What is it?
Laurel and
George
Hardy.
Jetson? Boop, boop, boop.
Leave It to Beaver to watch? I watched Leave It to Beaver.
Leave It to Beaver. Okay.
Okay,
there we
Eddie
go.
Haskell was
Yeah, I
my
watched that.
fucking favorite
I
on
watched
that
the Brady
show.
Bunch.
Marsha was
I
my
watched Brady
favorite.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah, I watched that.
Brady Bunch.
I loved every show
There you go.
except for the Andy Griffith show.
Yeah.
It was fucking depressing.
My mom used to watch the Andy Griffin Show every day before she went to work.
Wow,
No.
you knew that tune.
Oh, man, I forgot it now. Cut it out.
No, whistle it for her.
Yeah, I can give you a little bit of an upgrade out of that whistle. I can't whistle either.
I have tuned that out of my
All right,
head.
who can whistle better? You got a whistler. You can whistle.
Can you whistle, Pulver?
That can whistle pretty
That
good.
again. Whistle
I
that.
can't whistle. I can't whistle.
So how do you catch a cab
I
in New
whistle
York?
down.
How do you catch a cab in New York?
I don't know.
I think I could whistle it.
I can't whistle.
You grab it with your hands, Pulver. Come on.
No, guys, I think I can whistle it for real. Check it out. Okay, ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Oh. I don't know.
Wait.
I don't know. I think I'm giving you more of like a 4 out of 10 stars.
Okay.
Lots of air.
Yeah. Megan, you can whistle.
Watch out, Michelle. Behind you.
Oh.
Behind you.
You whistled at me. You looked at me. That was for me. You whistled that to me, didn't you?
Hey, Ken. Now, hold on. Pulver, calm down.
What?
Calm down.
What are you doing? Flushing the toilet over there?
Hey, Ken. So, tell us something about. All right. He's excited. Hey, listen.
About what?
About your silver screen cinema.
Oh, about
experience. No, but what about just experience in just silver screen movies?
Well, I was
when you
only
were
in
a
about
kid.
4 of them. You know,
Yeah, okay, but
He's bent over and over.
I was in Lost and Found.
Hey, I love the Three Stooges. I love the Three Stooges.
I seen
gosh.
seen that movie.
Did you?
Yeah, you were in it. I remember. You look a lot different then.
Yeah.
Nice dress.
Yeah.
Really, really
Pink,
Polka dots.
I didn't like it when you came on to me, though.
All right.
All calls other
Anyways.
than properly placed attorney calls may
This
be
is so out of
monitored
control
and
on a
recorded.
Saturday. I swear to God. But yeah, Charlie Chan. You know, he was known as a very famous Asian actor, but a lot of people didn't even know he wasn't even Asian.
No, Nope.
He was a Canadian guy.
Pulver's crazy, man. He don't care about any of that stuff. You watch when you listen to him. You go, yeah. He just wants to hear your voice because you're a woman. He's like, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more. I promise I'm listening.
I'm listening. I'm listening inside. Ow. It scared the shit out of me.
Hey, Hunter, don't tell all the sickest things I always told you about when I was in the show with you. Don't tell all that.
You just told
I
on
don't wanna
yourself.
know all that stuff.
You just told on yourself.
You mean that time when I caught you butt naked banging yourself? No. Oh, yeah, you get somebody new? Is that what you're trying? He's like, now, dude, it's too late, man. He's here. Pulver's here.
I was looking at naked porn magazines.
Oh, yeah. Don, this is what happened. One time I came into the cell.
Dirty bitch.
And this guy was in the dark, and he was doing his business in the far corner of the cell, hiding himself by the bunk bed, man.
You were spying on him?
No, I had to walk in the door,
He was
man.
watching.
Get in, dude.
He was fucking
Dang, Pulver, why you hiding in the corners? Let it all out, man.
Dude was totally butt naked too. It was
Wow.
yeah, he was out there, man. He just lost his mind.
Locked up too long,
Are
eh?
you all right?
Pulver is like
That's funny,
he's
something
jacked up, man. Right now he's jacked up, man. The guy's got a lot of energy. You know, he's like a child at heart, so he's like you know.
Dude, are my.
And it's Saturday night.
I had a long day today. I had a long day today. I'm tired.
Tell us about your day. What'd you do today that made it so long?
I've been out of bed since 4 o'clock this morning. I haven't had a nap at all.
What were you
nap.
doing? What did you do that whole time, though? What were you doing that whole time that kept you busy?
I was working.
What do you do for a job there?
Car tech.
Tell the viewers what a car tech is.
Okay, the main kitchen. You take the carts from the main kitchen to all the units on your schedule. From 4:45 until close to lunchtime. You got 4:45, you got 5:45, they got 9:10, then 10:20 is the last carts.
Wow.
They're done before lunch. Friday, Wednesday through Sunday, I work. I'm off Monday and Tuesday.
And how much do you get paid an hour doing that?
Like $21 every 2 weeks.
So how much is that an hour?
How much is that an hour?
Yeah, how much is that
You
an
don't
hour?
get paid. It's $19 you get paid.
No, how much do you get
Everybody
paid
has-
an hour though? You get what, like 25 cents an hour? Was it 30 cents an hour? What is it? You
What
don't
is
know?
it, 20?
Is this slavery? Is this slavery? You just feel like you just trust in the
It's
master.
got to be 25 cents an hour
Yeah.
to make that
Dang, and you know what?
That's prison for you.
And
slavery.
if you want to buy those cheap ass noodles, how much are ramen noodles now again?
They're almost $1.
Oh my God, they're 60 cents.
I know they're gonna start having like new food now where you have to add the hot water to it. I heard, like they're having gourmet type meal.
That's I heard that. And today they started that they're having brand new microwaves on both sides. So I don't know what's going on until it happens. I don't believe nothing until it happens. I hear stories all the time. I hear stories that the microwaves going yesterday. Today I heard stories that we're having brand new microwaves and then we're getting a brand new venue. But I don't know which one is true. So I'm gonna wait until it happens. There ain't no thing on the wall saying this is gonna happen. So I'm not gonna believe it until it happens.
There you go.
Inmates are
No
saying all
official
that.
word, right?
Well,
No
what
official
was
word
for
yet.
dinner
So
today
much-
then? What'd you have for dinner today?
We had grilled cheese ham sandwiches.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese, ham.
Grilled cheese, ham sandwiches. And what was for dessert?
Oh,
What was the dirt?
Dirt.
No dessert. No dessert. No dessert.
Wow.
Just potatoes and lettuce. No dessert. And orange. No dessert. Sometimes you get desserts, sometimes you don't.
I would feel ripped off.
Yeah.
I want dessert.
Hey, this is present. You get what they give you. If you want the dessert, you buy cookies off a canteen.
There you go.
That's $1.37. That's $1.36. Yeah, $1.37 for desserts off a canteen.
Wow.
Well, here you got a bankroll making 25 cents an hour.
Yeah, just
you
think
can
of all-
afford it.
Of all the people that don't have a job, look at you. Pulver's a baller.
I don't go to the store until I have $38. That's every 2 weeks. And then I got a business in here too, so I got to take care of my business before I go to the store.
Oh yeah, what's your business?
I can't say it too loud. I don't want to say it. That's
Yeah.
between me
His
and my
business.
His business. It's between him and his
See, I told you.
and his
I knew it.
business mates.
It's a corporate thing.
It's a none of your business thing.
It's corporate, right?
Don't
That's
tell him.
right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and you know what?
Exactly.
Don't tell him anymore.
Yeah, I think that's the name of it. It's called Nunya too.
Don't tell
You
him
can
anything
whisper
else.
it.
He works for he works for the Nunya Corporation.
None of your business.
You can whisper it. Nobody will hear, just us. You can whisper it. I'm listening.
Name of my company is Nunya.
Hell yeah.
None of your business.
Nunya.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nice.
Perfect name.
Yeah,
Perfect name.
I got Milwaukee. I got Rock. Washington. Ozaki. Kenosha. Waukesha. Dane.
You got the whole
And
prison.
then
You got the whole
Rock-
compound, man.
Dang.
That's my unit. With my new partner, I got a new partner starting tomorrow. My old partner got a new job in the rec, so I got a new partner starting tomorrow on my unit that I know real good. He starts tomorrow. His name is Ricky. I hired him. I sent an application in to the main kitchen to help me out. He got hired right away. That fast. Because
Nice.
the boss knows me. The boss knows me, and the boss knows that I do a very good job, and she'll do anything for me. Anything for me. She said to Ricky, she said, that guy will train you very, very good. That guy knows everything. Yeah, that's why they always hire me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been at this shop 4 times now, and I love this job. This job is easy.
Could it
I mean,
be
it's
that?
hard. The parts-
Could it be that they continue to hire you because nobody else wants to do that job? That is a job where you got to move those. You got to push those carts, rain, sleet, or snow.
Yep.
Somebody
Yeah.
gives him something to do.
Because
Keeps him in shape.
someone to
He
work
gets-
for you, too.
Yeah, but
Well,
they get
happy
hazardous
years.
pay. They get hazardous pay.
You know what he does get?
A penny.
He gets extras like whatever tray. Right? You get extra tray, don't you? For every meal.
Look, no, we can if we want at different unit. Yeah, you can take your jersey off, get a tray, and put your jersey back on, and get a tray if they let you. But if they don't let you and tell the CO on you, you get caught, you get trouble for it. But on new unit, remember on new unit on Washington when I was just silly, I got an extra tray because they didn't care. Some units do care. On this unit, they're telling you. That's on this unit, so you can't do it on this unit. I do it once in a while because I just say, hey, buddy, I'm taking a tray. I don't care what you say, I'm taking a tray. Bye. And they just got mad, didn't say anything.
I don't know. I think I'd be so depressed.
Because
I think I would eat every fucking tray.
yeah, it's.
You want
the
that
only way you
soda?
can make it,
Yeah, I was looking
only
at
way
it.
you can
I
make
said,
it near-
man, I guess that
That's
taste.
that real sugar again. You want it?
I'll take
I
it.
have 2 of
Alex.
them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No,
You got to come over here and get it,
I'll
though.
have to grab it though.
Unless you want me to throw it.
No,
It is
no,
soda.
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may
Look, he
be
had
monitored
withdrawal
and
from soda.
recorded.
He was like, this soda tastes weird. And he kept on drinking it. And I was like, whatever. And I bought some more because I like the way it tastes.
Hey, I like Mountain Dew.
We do too.
Baby?
Yeah, Mountain Dew.
Full
They,
sugar.
they get the
Yeah.
ones with real sugar in it. So it's like you're like really.
Mountain
It does
Dew
taste
or
different.
root beer. Mountain Dew or root beer. That's what I drink.
Yeah,
Yep.
they have a
But
couple
there's-
A&W root beer
But sodas are
restaurants.
expensive. Sodas are expensive in here. They cost $1. in here. Yeah.
They're expensive in the real world too. They cost more than $1 out here.
Yep. So
Yeah,
that's
I
why I
remember
don't
paying
buy them. I'm
$1
very sorry
for
about
a 2-liter. A 2-liter.
99 cents.
99. The 99 holler. And the generic shit was 79 cents.
Holy shit. That's a soda.
Yeah.
Damn.
The Fuego and the RC were cheap, cheap, cheap.
In Waupun, we had sodas that are in in Waupun, and they were $1 too, $1.50 in a pan, in a can, yeah, in a can, $1.50 in Waupun. I was there for a year, and I had tons of money because somebody gave me some money. He gave me $2,000. My salary gave me $2,000, and I had sodas every 2 weeks, but they were in a can. Yeah. But I had the money to buy it. That's why I bought them. They're good. I bought Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew and root beer.
Wait.
And I bought me coffee.
Can you get Coca-Cola? Because I think Coca-Cola is like a miracle soda.
Yeah.
Why? What does it do for you?
Well, because like, especially the day after Thanksgiving. Holy shit, did I have a stomach ache? I totally fucking ate everything for hours and just kept eating and talking and eating and talking. The food was like a prop, and everything else. It was just insane. And I normally do not eat like that. And I had a bellyache. But I tell you, you drink a Coca-Cola, that shit has so much fizz in it. It settles upset stomach any day of the week. Sometimes when I have a headache and I drink it, all the caffeine in it helps me out. And yeah, and go back to the bellyache thing. Like anytime you have an upset stomach, it's easier to if you have to throw up, it's easier for that to come up versus like 7-Up or Sprite, because that comes up as a foam. That stuff your body absorbs the white soda. And Coca-Cola is like a Drano for your body.
I believe that. But
give you
right
some
now, we
projectile
just
vomiting.
lost Pulver.
Huh?
Right now,
Didn't
we
give
just
us the
lost
warning.
Pulver.
We lost him. Yeah. He was a good guy.
Oh, man.
So, go back to what we were talking about. Get us back on track, Michelle.
Back on track to the silver screen here.
Yep. I tried taking that phone call from Oshkosh.
So, Mike,
Spinning
you
Marty.
go ahead and tell us a little bit of Charlie Chan.
Oh yeah, Charlie Chan, man, he's a really cool guy. I liked that. There was 2 different dudes. There's that Warner guy, and then there was Sidney Toller.
Toller, yeah.
And then the first was Warner. What was his last name?
Yeah, I think there was only 2 of them.
Yeah, but Warner, what was the last name of Warner?
And both of them were white guys. So the one guy, he was Toiler. He was the one that he was in the silent screen. He was in that first, and he would play Asian characters, but he would always play the bad guy. So when he started playing Charlie Chan, it was a real challenge for him. And to slow down some of his speech, they would get him super wasted. Hey, Mike?
Yeah, they give him drinks of
He
alcohol in the morning.
He
to be
was trying to
wasted
be
by noon.
evil.
He says, 1 grain of luck worth more than rice field of knowledge. That was a good episode.
Yeah, he
I've seen some good ones. I liked some. I watched them actually recently, and I watched them when I was a kid, and then throughout whenever I catch them.
I don't remember only 2 of them, but the one that brought to my mind was about his daughter.
Never
Something
seen
about
a
a
daughter.
crime. Yeah, where she got arrested.
Oh,
She got arrested because this dude got shot, and she was in the area at the time and all that. And then Charlie was out to help her get out of jail, by investigating what went on. Well, the person that got shot, the bullet didn't go all the way through, but they couldn't find the bullet. And that's where Charlie Chan used the mystery thing to come in and find out where that bullet and all that kind of stuff to free his daughter from jail.
So,
That's about all I
Michelle,
remember of that stuff.
you were talking about wanting to play a video, right? Remember earlier you talked about this? This is your gig.
Oh, here's another thing. Charlie Chan. They never did. He was never mentioned in any of his movies or anything what nationality was. Was he Chinese or Japanese? And that never mentioned it.
Oh yeah, he's Canadian.
Yeah, I mean they never mentioned it in the show.
No,
when they're like his son, number one son.
Mm-hmm.
That one there.
Yeah, they never say like what country he's from.
But he taught. He was in China doing, in school for theater, being taught there.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I was
I think
pretending.
Kyle
Hello,
something.
you have a prepaid
I don't
call
remember his
from
last name. Kyle.
Richard Harris.
an
Oh.
inmate at Oshkosh Correctional Institution. Your account balance is $10.45. To hear the charges for this call, press 2. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hey, this guy again. Hey, Hey, we heard your voice already.
Yeah, so tonight's topic is the silver screen. So we are talking about we're talking about old school Hollywood when the sign still said Hollywood Land.
And talking about Charlie Chan. Do you remember Charlie Chan?
He's the first one up on the chopping block tonight that we're going to be talking about. And when you think of old black and white shows, and it comes to mystery, have you seen any of the Charlie Chans as a kid growing up?
I don't remember if I did. I don't remember if I haven't really seen a whole lot of the old ones.
He would always say he had a number one son.
He had number 2. He had 14 kids.
And then he used to also always say, he looking like a man.
Oh, he looking like a man.
He looking like a man. That's
Oh, yeah, I
Matt
know you're
TV.
talking about that.
He looking like a man.
I'm trying to remember what he said to that one woman. He said, like, women, they close their mouth, but they keep speaking or something. I forgot what it was.
Well, he was back in his time and shit like that. He really believed that everybody should be paid for their job, that nobody works for free. So he's like one of the first social justice warriors. And he actually is one of the founders of the Guild Awards. I don't know if you guys know that.
What is the Guild Awards?
That is the Oscars. So the guild are the people that vote in like what shows, movies should be nominated, actors, cameramen, costume people. That's why they have so many awards, like for costume and this and that, because it's more than just the actors. And they should have more stuntman categories too, because not everybody's Tom Cruise and does their own stunts.
Yep, they got stuntmen.
But that isn't like the only thing, And another thing too, like one day he just go ahead, Mike. Tell him what the last part for Charlie Chan was.
What, when he went to go get a drink of water?
Yeah.
The guy went to go get a drink of water and never came back to the studio. And they had to get another guy to replace him. And they did 35 guys. I think it was 35 guys they brought, and they were trying to figure out who the guy was going to be. And they picked Sidney Toller. And they got him to do it. And they had to put more makeup on him than they had to do the other guy, that Warner guy, because he looked actually more Chinese. And that first guy, they actually thought he was Chinese.
Yeah, they thought he was
And
Asian.
they loved him over there. And his alter ego, he just left it being that.
Yeah, the people in Asia really loved, because they all thought he was Asian, so they loved him.
Yeah, they loved that guy.
Yeah.
So do you have any favorite black and white movies? One of the recent ones you watched?
A dream you had that was
Okay,
in black
so
and
one
white.
of the oldest movies is a black and white movie. It's a silent movie, and it should be it's like 3 minutes long or something like that. You should look for it. It's about Cabbage Patch Babies. That whole thing back to the whole, yeah. So before there was the stork, They would tell their kids that they would have children in the Cabbage Patch. You should Google Cabbage Patch Fields real quick too, and see how spooky those cabbage fields look like parts of the movie The Body Snatchers. Honest to God, I don't think I'll ever be able to look at lettuce or cabbage the same again. And they're fucking huge.
Wasn't the Donald Sutherland in that?
Yeah,
oh
he
my
was in there.
God. That was
Yep.
such a good movie.
Yeah.
It was such a good movie. And way scarier as an adult watching it when you go back after you live a little bit of life and see how things you start to understand how the world really works, and you go back and you watch some of those old movies and it just blows your mind because you're like,
Blob.
damn, they've been telling you all along,
Well,
and you just couldn't see.
A lot of people don't realize that the first Alien was made in 1979 with Sigourney Weaver, and people don't realize that movie still holds weight to this day as a good movie and well-produced movie with
that's
all
a
the
great
technology
movie.
and green.
Scary.
Yeah, people don't realize that though. I've had an
Suspenseful.
argument with the guy, and he was like, "It's not Logan. It's not some. You're so stupid." And I'm like, "What? The first movie was made in 1979. That's when it was released." I said, and there's a second part to that movie that a lot of people don't even know that. Everybody just goes to the next Alien movie. There was another actual movie that never really caught traction that explains about how the crashed ship got there, and nobody really knows that.
Wow. What movie is that?
I don't know the name of it, but it's
Prometheus?
Huh? I think it was something like that or something.
Prometheus.
But it explained how
Is
the
that the
actual ship.
Yeah, that one right
I
there.
don't know if it was
mine
called
failed.
Prometheus or not.
Oh, okay, I don't know either.
You'd
I
have to
don't
look it
remember.
up with the exact name.
I did see them
But it
all,
was
but
the-
I really don't remember all that stuff like that anymore. I have other stuff I'm trying
Yeah,
to remember.
Well, it was weird because you remember, everybody knows, if you've seen the Alien movie, they know they find the aliens on the crash ship, on the planet, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But no storyline ever goes to where'd that ship come from? What was the aliens and all that other stuff? And then I remember one time in the middle of the night, I was watching the Sci-Fi Channel. This was, many years ago. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. Why does that ship look awfully familiar? It was the big ship. It was prior to it crashing. It was coming out, and the aliens were there. And I was like, wait a minute. This is where, and then I watched it all the way through, and I was just, I don't know.
Is that the one with the Marines?
Weird,
The one with the Marines, the Space Marines, and they're killing all the aliens?
No.
Xenomorphs?
No, he's talking about Prometheus.
No.
He is talking
He's
about
talking about
Prometheus? He is?
Prometheus,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, thanks for chiming in and saying that's what it was.
Yeah, and it was,
He's
but
gone
they
now.
couldn't actually.
Oh, he's back.
There was some kind of licensing issue with it.
Yeah, the mic I have is it's sensitive, so when the heat was blowing, you can hear that coming in. Yeah, the wind blowing from the vents.
He's
So-
just full of hot air.
Right now we're working with 5 mics tonight. We got five
There's actually
hosts on the
6
Manwich
mics.
Show.
There's actually 6 mics.
Well, actually, yeah, there's 6
me.
mics. Yeah.
Free.
So you don't have any
Yeah.
faith?
Hey, I actually looked up that. I looked up that Palmetto. That Palmetto is it's got 4-star rating.
I know. I told you that it has 4-star ratings. It's rated A+ by the Better Bureau, BBB.
Better Business Bureau.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a guard here that I did time with up in Green Bay that transferred down here, and I said, man, look this all up real quick. And this individual looked it up, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I was like, that
legitimate.
made me feel a lot better.
We'll find out on Monday though, because I want to set up that payment plan, and then from there,
Yeah.
Alejandra could finish out the payments. And,
Yeah, well, I'll get it finished up right away. I just want to make sure we get it started so that way you can send everything and just be kind of like, all right, there we go. Because it's going to take a little bit to get the font done, get the page size done, all our stuff, and then get the
All
artwork
calls
and
other
everything.
than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
I was interested because the original company that Paul found had told him this crazy number, and maybe it's just me. Okay, so you may call me on it if this sounds crazy or not, but they told Paul that this original book company told them that they had 78,000 book locations and can guarantee sales at all of them. And I giggled a little bit, like, yeah, that's the
okay,
dumbest
but
thing I ever heard.
how much was it going to cost?
5.
5,000, right?
So
that's like
right,
that seems
but
to
think
be,
about that.
dude. That's what Palmetto Publishing wanted. That was like
Right.
That was like that's for like everything. Like the deal we're talking about
But
doing
they're not.
is
Are they claiming 78,000 locations?
I don't know about that.
That's why. That's what stopped me. Right.
No,
Exactly.
but I'm not
I think
gonna.
everybody is kind of because that's a lot.
I'm not
going
gonna
to
doubt that. I'm not gonna doubt that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna doubt that. 78,000 locations. They're probably counting public libraries. I don't. You got. They probably count like any place, like at an airport. A newsstand at the airport probably they're counting as well.
Gas stations.
Good.
I never thought that too, but to me, because they were like
Catalogs,
the way they
websites,
explained it to him.
Just a website
I
where
thought-
everything's kept in a warehouse. They're probably counting that too. Every
I
nook
was
and
like,
cranny.
oh my god. They were thinking, they were like, oh yeah, we guarantee this and da da da. And I was just thinking, well, if you guarantee that, and you guarantee, partial book sales and everything, I already have enough money then to get my attorney and get out of here. And that's what I was looking at. That's why I was like, yeah, this is a scam. So that's why we backed off that one. I mean, when somebody tells you they got 78 book locations, 78,000 book locations, you just kind of pause there for a minute. You oh, wait a minute.
They have 78,000 locations.
That's what they said.
Are 78,000 locations are going to put your book.
That they said that they had 78,000 book locations to place the book,
Okay.
and I was like,
Right.
"That's ridiculous." I mean, they could have told me like 10,000. I'd have probably been like, "Oh, all right, yeah, whatever." But they said 78,000, and I just was like, "Oh yeah, they must have seen me coming."
How much do they get out of each book?
None. It was 100% royalties go to me. That's why they wanted the 5,000 up.
Yeah, but you get the royalties. You're getting the royalties of the book, but when it comes to the book and it sells, they get a commission.
Well, I mean,
off
it
that.
got the full sales according to them was that, and then the way they had it set up in the contract was that the book companies had to buy the book at the discounted price, and then they made the profit off it. That's how the whole thing went down. And I was just like, I don't know. Like I said, the whole thing to me is it's not. I mean, yes, of course, it's about money a little bit. I need to get this attorney so I can free myself. But on the other hand of it, it's not just about me. This is about getting the story out there so people understand what took place there and is still taking place there. And that's why I was,
So you're saying that kids are still being molested there?
Oh yeah, they just had a federal investigation down there. Was in the newspaper. That's what I said. If you go to my GoFundMe link and you can look it up. They were talking about the thing called the wrap. It used to be the leather straps, but now they use the Velcro, so they call it the wrap. And the federal, was it 4 years ago or something like that, went down there and they went through this place because a bunch of these kids claimed a bunch of stuff, and it was all true. So they paid them all out. And then the Fed said, okay, well, this is done. You guys are never going to do this again. You're never going to harm these children, da-da-da-da. And 4 months later, I guess the Feds went in there and raided the place, and they were still doing it. So it's just like nothing has changed there in over 40 years or whatever, so why would it change now? And my thing is, it's like I said, nothing's changed. So, why has this place been shut down? Or why, if the federal people get involved and they allow this to happen, and they even walk the one guy off, they say, yeah, we know what you did, just leave. I mean, it's literally in the police reports and everything else from them. That has nothing to even do with me. Like, they walked the one priest off and said, yeah, well, there's, at that time, there was like 17 allegations of people, that they had molested and all this other stuff. And they were like, you're accused of such and such and such, you need to leave. And then the Catholic Church knew about it, and they never allowed him to have his own church, but they allowed him to continue on in the church, for the rest of his life and everything. And then now they celebrate this guy. They literally celebrate him as somebody who's been with the church for so long because they think all this stuff is hidden. People have forgotten, people have died. And I'm like, no, hell no. People have died because of this man, and he's ruined and destroyed so many people's lives, and you guys are celebrating this guy? Screw you, you know what I mean? So, and like I said, it's just not about me. I mean, if I knew for a fact that the book could go out and they didn't want my name on it, I'd do that because I want people to understand what this man has done and what this institution has done, down there, and how nobody has cared about these kids at all. I mean,
there was actually a news article. I came across it. I don't know. I happened to Google it last weekend when you called in, but I was at home, not on the podcast. And they actually have a very small article on it. And they said, upon further investigation at the end, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, upon further investigation, not shit's changed.
Yeah, they're like, And that was, I think that was like maybe like 2 years ago they put that out. I don't remember. I didn't screenshot it or anything. I was like,
that was like 2 years.
I wonder if they're doing anything on it, but you know.
No, they're not, and they're not. Here's the thing of it, and it's. I know for a fact when my article ran, it was a front page, a full front page, because I have it. And then there was another 2 other pages on my article when they ran my story. And I've been calling and speaking to another separate reporter named Erin Jordan, who's a really nice lady. And she was telling me, you know, that it took them years of fighting with these people just to be able to get a small story. And the only reason I was allowed because I was an outside source. I was an older person. They said there's reports coming out there on like a monthly basis. And they're just throwing, you know, because it's a no-fly zone. The whole institution that's down there for those boys runs the whole town because it's what supports the town. The police, everything. And the police chief down there, when my story came out,
that sounds just like, hey, that sounds just like that satanic ritual abuse stuff, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I think someone's getting paid. Obviously, small town.
Everybody's in on it. You know what I mean? And they take from the youth and they steal their innocence.
Either they kidnap kids, or
essence.
but they do sexual stuff to them, and then in some cases, some kids they disappear, and it's because they kill them and they scare them. When they kill them, they torture them until they keep torturing them until finally they kill them, and then they drain their blood and they bottle
they take it for the adrenochrome.
Yeah, they bottle it and then they use it for witchcraft.
Actually, a lot they don't kill them right away. They use it. They're able to do it a couple times before they die.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They're not.
So they're like, see, look, he knows.
They're like milking them.
That's like
they're like human cows, but you know
they do have fruit.
Almost like vampires.
They're like
save the good blood for later.
Well, yeah. That's so funny that you would say that because they do say that. They call that the modern vampire now. You know, you're taking like little boys' circumcised penis parts and you're putting them on your face to regain youth.
Yeah, makeup for makeup and stuff and makeup and other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Not just really makeup, like skin stuff.
It's
care.
part of their skin
That's why
care
it's expensive.
for like retinol and stuff like that.
You're paying,
I just can't.
$200, $250 for a bottle of some shit.
I want to have
All calls
collagen.
other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
Yeah,
it's expensive.
I want to have collagen, but I know that humans we have collagen, so you're taking it from cow and horse hooves to give me the collagen, and am I really getting it from them or am I getting it like dead body nails and shit like that? I mean, in all of our bread. It's so gross, and all of our bread got hair.
You can't go on that pool again.
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, it all comes back to all the same thing. That it's just
it's a mystery, and it
gross.
comes back to Charlie Chan.
Yeah, where is this guy when we need him? He went and got a drink of water, and the fucker never came back.
Where all the children go?
But you guys want to hear the most? You guys want to hear the most amazing thing I heard, and I couldn't believe it was real.
What is he?
Okay. So you guys know the actress Joan Crawford? They made the movie about her life, Mommy Dearest.
Oh, yeah, well, that was trippy movie.
Remember our mom watched that shit?
Check it out.
Our mom watched that shit and started whipping our asses with hangers.
You guys want to know? You guys want to know what her... You guys want to know what her first movie ever was? Like, for real, and I'm being serious about this? Her first movie ever almost ruined her career before it even started because it was a porn called The Casting Couch.
Dude, no way.
From the 1920s, The Casting Couch?
It's been around for a while.
Couch.
So, it's always been rumors because they always said, oh, it's just a rumor. It's just a rumor. We make movies about it. We talk about it out loud. But, I mean, it's just a rumor, right? They have like little kids on there too. I mean, just ask the little kids from the Little Rascals. Ask Shirley Temple. I mean, she wrote a book about it. I mean, why would you put a kid on a block of ice and make him sit on it?
What?
Yeah.
Well, Shirley Temple did that one, that burlesque children one. That one with the children dancing around and all that.
Yeah.
Burlesque children or whatever it's
called.
called.
Looking like burlesque, all dressed all super fancy, but Yeah, when was it okay for that 4-year-old little girl to go around kissing soldiers and shit? And they're all like looking at her and fanning themselves like, oh my God, she's a hot ass little kid.
Well, what
you
the
know,
fuck?
like.
What movie
but
you
that
talking
leaves
about? Little Annie?
No, I'm talking about the early
Little
Shirley
Fanny?
Temple. Early
Since you said
Shirley
that.
Temple
Shirley
one.
Temple?
Oh yeah. They really it isn't, yeah, it's all over the place.
1 minute remaining.
Well, what's her name's Orphan Annie said hang her on the bathroom door.
Yeah.
Right? It was bathroom door. Hang me. You can hang me on the bathroom
no,
door.
You can hang me in your bathroom if you want to.
Oh, hang me in your bathroom. Dude.
So
I
are you
thought it
talking
was
about
a
like
bathroom
mounting
door. On the back of the
children?
bathroom
Is that
door.
what that are you saying that's
Well,
a sexual innuendo for mounting a child?
No, it goes back to if you were to look into the Podesta brothers that still work in the White House, by the way.
Hey, the phone's gonna hang up. I just want to let you guys know that. No, don't worry about it. I was listening. Phone's gonna hang up. God bless each and every one of you guys. And I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
That's fine. Mount the troops up, Rich. Mount them up for
Talk to you
tonight.
later.
All right.
We got the
let's go
Facebook
get
and the
some
Twitter
time.
going. We got the Facebook and Twitter going too now.
Yep.
So
Hey, yeah, get the GoFundMe out there. I need you guys' help, man. I got 6 months to try to save myself. I need you guys.
all right, we're gonna keep pushing it.
Hello, folks. It's colossal.
Hello, Samson.
What do you have, folks? 2 orange Cokes. Cherry pie. Come on, Roses are red. Violets are blue. He'll have the sin. And nuts to you.
Hello, baby.
Chocolate soda, please.
So let's go to the video now. And there we are. We're already there.
Oh.
With
Yay.
Charles Manson.
Yeah, this is 1800s.
You guys ready?
More of this weird. Yeah, let's do it.
I watched this guy.
I know. I love this guy.
Search on Old World Photoshop, we began to notice a trend with old postcards from the 1900s showing early examples of compositing. There isn't much information on these. If there's a catalog, it's not easy to come by. But many of these are early examples of photo manipulation. They had surreal, real photo postcards, in which they would attempt to trick people with the illusion of photography. As we continued to look through these old postcards, a very strange and unsettling trend started to become apparent.
Kids.
It began with just simple baby postcards. At first thought, seems like any ordinary postcard. But as with the Same Sky postcard mystery, where the author began to see a trend of a variety of postcards, well, there's a category of postcards that deserves its own name and label, but it doesn't seem very well known, as there are no websites or videos explaining this topic. We shall call it the mystery of the repopulation postcards. There are other names for this style, such as baby postcards. By the end of this video, you'll be shocked at how many of these there are. We're talking in the thousands. We found one reference to what these cards were in a book on Amazon named Babylon, Surreal Babies, in which the author describes these same peculiar 1900s postcards and how they were deeply influential to many famous artists, including Salvador Dali. Yet, the author even admits that little is known of their history. In order to understand why we've labeled them repopulation postcards, a thorough understanding of resets, Tartaria, orphan trains, incubators, asylums, and Oddfellows will be necessary. These cards depict babies being grown.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
There are many different styles within this category. One of the most interesting is the Cabbage Patch Babies. Variety of themes involving growing babies.
If they were able to like manipulate just like everyday photos like that, you know, back then, imagine like where they came to today. I mean, these are just like, yeah, obvious fakes, but if you notice, even
Babies
in
on
these,
plants.
they're always Vanilla Sky in the back.
Yep, the Vanilla Sky.
Babies on mushrooms. Babies in the water.
Wow. Babies on boats. Babies everywhere.
Always that same chick too.
Oh yeah, you know, I was gonna say something. I was gonna say, what if they use the same face on some of these kids on multiple postcards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can try to find out by studying them.
Well, every race has 7
Dude,
looks,
what if this
so-
like to be the beginning of a scary movie? Like the same ladies in all these
Babies in a
postcards,
nest.
and that's like a scary movie. And she comes and she haunts people. She comes
Babies
to get
in
them.
eggs being hatched.
She's gonna come get you because you figured it out now.
Then
Yeah.
the babies
You're
arrive on the
screwed.
train.
Whoa, there's a stork there to take over for the next story.
I'll open up my closet drawer. I'll open up the closet, and all of a sudden she'll be in there and she'll grab me, pull me in, and then I'm gone.
Make you into a little baby in part of a poster. You'd be always trapped in the poster of your soul.
That's even scarier, dude. It's like The Shining.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's something eerie about these photos, as if someone's trying to tell us something.
Well, if they're not, please do, because you're going really slow.
And where
buddy.
are their parents?
We've also got kids in Cabbage Patches. Does this have anything to do with the Cabbage Patch Kids? So where do babies come from? In the early 1900s, the most common answer given to children would simply be that the stork would bring the babies, or that they were found in a cabbage patch. But why would babies be found in cabbage patches? The legend of the Cabbage Patch Kids involves a young boy named Xavier who meets a mystical fairy bunny bee creature, so a hybrid or chimera, and he follows this bunny bee through a secret tunnel behind a waterfall. On the other side of this waterfall, he finds that babies are being produced in a cabbage patch. The stork, known as Colonel Casey, would then come and pick up the babies. He even has his own uniform. So he's a worker, a soldier, as well as the Cabbage Patch Kids' official historian that would then deliver the babies to their new homes. Not only that, but there's an evil witch named Lavender McDay. She and her weasel and jackrabbit henchmen are literally trying to enslave the Cabbage Patch Kids to be miners to dig for gold in the valley.
Oh my God, can you go past this to the video part where it's like the first movie ever is?
It goes over how they were created to the witch.
Well, you know what though? I never knew that there was a storyline to the Cabbage Patch Kids.
The original
I thought they were
concept
just
for the cloth dolls was created by Martha Nelson Thomas.
Cartoons.
And she called them doll babies. And the story really had nothing to do with cabbages or chimeras or witches.
And I love
it wasn't
You're
until
telling us there's a
Xavier Roberts
you want me to look
or
up another
Xavier,
video?
like the little boy in the story, hijacked her
That's
design
separate
that
from
it
this? I
became
wanna see
what it
this.
is today.
Oh, you
So
wanna
I
see
can't
that?
help but
Oh,
wonder
he's into
if
it. He
Xavier
knows-
Roberts
he
just
knows-
came up with a story
he
on
knows
his
the- he knows
own?
the truth. He has the
Did it come to
truth. He
him
knows
from
where
the
they're
collective
coming from.
consciousness?
After
Or
this,
does
I
he
want
just
you
have a
to
soft spot
somewhere
for
in
child
O'Connell.
labor?
Google cabbage.
There's actually a place you can
cabbage
go in
field
White
so we
County,
can see what
Georgia,
these
where they
fields
do
look
live
like.
births, and you can look it up
Yeah.
on YouTube to see what I'm talking about. The bunny bee character also is a hybrid creature of two animals that both symbolize rebirth and resurrection on a mass scale. As we know, rabbits reproduce in droves, and the bee symbolism makes me think of a hive, or a queen or source where all the offsprings originate from. It would seem that this is some sort of reference to babies being created in a lab on a mass scale. Why were there so many orphans? Most common answer will be, the baby boom. But this didn't happen until 1946 to 1964.
Spanish flu.
These postcards are from 1890 to 1910. And there's really no explanation for the burst
wanna
of
hear something
orphans that we
crazy?
see being brought
I
into
seen
the
those
United
cards
States,
when I was a
or
kid.
the amount of orphanages and asylums that
your
exist
grandma's house.
that no longer seem
at
to be
Grandma
necessary.
Harvey's.
Oh,
Could the baby boom narrative be a way to sweep
Yep.
this part of history
They
under
had
the
that
rug?
old weird
The orphanages were all shut
German
down,
shit.
and after the 60s, people just stopped
Hello,
having babies
you have
and
a
getting married
prepaid
after
call
World War
from-
II, according to the narrative.
Pat
Then there were
An
the
inmate
incubators
at
of
Oshkosh Correctional
You gotta fill in
Institution.
Pat
Your
what
account
we're watching.
balance is
Because Pat thinks we're watching black and white movies of Humphrey
To hear the
Bogart.
charges for this call, press 2. To
And some
accept
other
this call,
guys.
press 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. To block this
Spinning
call
Marty.
and all calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hey, what's up, Pat? What's up, Pat? Welcome
How's
to the
it going,
Manwich
guys?
Show. Doing good. Today we're talking about silver screen and talking about like old movies. And the chopping block now we're talking about Charlie Chan. Do you know anything about Charlie Chan? Have you ever heard of him?
I've heard of him. I've seen his old movies, but not a lot. I've seen a few, but that's more. That was a long, long time ago. I'm kind of old.
Did you think he was Asian?
Charlie Chan?
Yeah.
Then by the name, you would think so. Yeah.
Oh no. He was Canadian.
Oh, was
Yeah.
he?
Yeah. Two different
Yeah.
guys played Charlie Chan.
Yeah,
Tell
it's
a little
Warner.
bit.
Warner, guy named Warner, did it first, and then Sidney Toller did it. Was the last guy. The first guy, he was like really cool, and was like really, I guess, really charismatic and really like everybody loved that guy anyway. As when because everybody the Chinese people or Asian people thought he was Asian, and they loved the guy, and they were all like, and then the guy actually took that persona. And kept it and was like just being that guy because he liked all that love he was getting, all that attention. You know what I mean? Because everybody's like, even in some of the movies, if you watch the movies and that, you'll see like there's people actually ask him for his autograph. A lot of people are aware of him.
3 Charlie Chans.
Pretty crazy.
There's three.
There's three
tell
of
us
them.
in the mic.
There was
Want to hear
two.
you.
One was British.
Okay.
The other one was American Polish.
American Polish.
And the other one was Chinese Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, the New Adventures.
J.O. Wong.
That was the New Adventures
Yeah,
of Charlie
J.O.
Chan.
Wong.
Sorry,
So
I
he's
forgot
actually
all about
Chinese?
that.
There was actually a Chinaman that played Charlie Chan.
Yeah,
But
the
when
last
was this?
guy.
And what was that?
It was called
In
the New
50s?
Adventures.
Was
The
it in
New
the 50s?
Yeah, it's New Adventures.
It would be 48 would be the last one or something like that, 48 or 49 or whatever, and then he
Please
took over
tell
in the
me
50s.
when was this?
Or even less than that. I don't know how they found him.
Wow, that dude was something else. He was a comedian, an actor, and a singer.
And he could cook rice. Very, very well.
Did it right on the stove, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was.
What's the occasion for the silver screen tonight? Is it just something that came up, or is there a purpose behind it?
Oh no, just
No
just
herpes,
going
no
back
herpes.
and
Herpes.
going through actually going through history and slowly picking apart certain things that we're seeing repetition going through, like that one-eyed symbol. Soon I'll have Richie start to Google how many people we can find that have done it. Charlie Chaplin did it. Pictures of Marilyn Monroe doing it.
Oh, doing you talking about the Illuminati symbol
Yeah.
or what?
That one, that
The
OK
pyramid?
symbol over their
Oh, the
eye.
OK. Oh, yeah.
The OK symbol over their left
Oh,
eye, like
wow,
that.
dude, that's that
so
early?
It goes,
Megan's part
really
of it.
far back, and when you,
You know what that stands for, right? 666.
oh yeah, definitely. And the reason for Hollywood, the witches would make their brooms and their wands from the holly branches of the holly tree. So that's where they went to create magic and spells, was in Hollywood. Get
Well,
it?
you
In
get back to
Hollywood
your
land.
666.
Mhm.
They had when I was growing up, I was told that a lot of movie stars and famous people sold their soul to the devil for fame and fortune. I don't know if it plays into it, but
Yeah, and it was always said as a joke, like, oh, they sold their soul, or oh, they're just making up a story. And now, like, there's like a whole generation, everybody's waking up to the fact that
It's
real. they did. It's real. And the reason why things are fucked up is because the people
real.
we look up to as our heroes are a
Our
bunch of
heroes.
phony balonies.
Our villains.
Yeah, they're fucking villains. They're pieces of shit people that take advantage of you, and they'll drink your tears and
Or your
swallow your
adrenochrome.
fear.
Yeah, they eat your screams, man.
And they eat your screams. You're a fucking snack.
Or they'll drink your adrenochrome.
I feel like back in the day they tried to hide it or
Yep.
just blow it off. Like, oh, we don't do that. But nowadays they don't even care. Like,
Nope.
yep, we did it.
Yeah, but you know what though? Like they even had like Timothy LaVey and what was that other guy before him? Rich? What
Aleister
was-
Crowley.
Aleister Crowley, who was actually related
Barbara
to
Bush.
Barbara Bush. So these people
They're the same
know
person.
each other. Yeah, they are the same person.
I think
Stop
they're
it.
the same person.
They've never
Okay.
been seen together only one time during a parade, and
Oh,
it
you
didn't
saying
even
that
look
Aleister
like
Crowley
him.
was the president's
Was Barbara
wife?
Bush. We're gonna do a conspiracy on
All
that
right.
after this.
Check,
We'll pull
Aleister
up some
Crowley
videos
died
and
though
shit.
years ago.
Yeah, well, so did Barbara Bush.
No, he died like in 1950s or late 40s.
Nope. You go
So,
ahead.
hey, check this out. Though. You
We
know
will-
his students.
We will Google this
He
weird
had two
shit.
students though. Two of his students was Jack Parsons, who was creating rockets but had no formal schooling.
No.
So they say that demons gave him this information from doing witchcraft, and Ron L. Hubbard, who is the inventor of what?
Scientology.
There you go. And they were
Scientology,
They were
I've
students.
read his book, by the way.
They were students of
I liked
Aleister
his
Crowley.
Sci-fi.
They were students of Aleister Crowley, who was a self-proclaimed Luciferian Satanist, and he bragged that he had killed 100 kids, and they deemed him it's something like the Antichrist. He called himself the mark of the beast man or something. You know,
It's funny you would say that because you guys know how we get the word sandwich, right?
No, please.
So there was
ruin
this
my
guy.
meals for an hour.
I am going to ruin your fucking food forever.
Uh-oh.
So this guy in England back in the 1700s, his name was Lord Sandwich, and he was a sadistic motherfucker. So back then, it was like a really big deal to eat with. He was so addicted to playing poker. Back then you would traditionally eat your food is you would take your bread and you would mop up the plate with it and stuff like that, and that was like your fork and everything, your bread.
Okay, but
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
He was too busy playing poker, so he would put the meat between two pieces of bread and he'd eat it, and they called it a sandwich.
Oh, there's nothing wrong
So
with that.
no, but in the meantime, right? He's winning all these poker games and he is torturing children. He killed hundreds of children, hundreds of thousands of children. And the only time anybody makes a big deal of it, when the upper echelon when their children start getting snatched for the sacrifice. So yeah, so they killed him, but I thought it was pretty ironic that what's a children's favorite thing to eat is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
So in other words, he didn't know no sandwiches were harmed in the filming of this podcast.
Thank God, man.
You're about to ruin our meals.
It's a story about a man who had hands that made a
for me
sandwich.
forever.
But it's just like it goes to show like our all of our words and everything has an origin, and people just didn't come up with it one day and say, "I'm going to start talking they all have a form.
I
and they
understood
come
that.
from a place. I know you did.
You're right. Somewhere, somebody made up a word one day, and somebody had to create this language, And I'd like to meet the people who were able to, their votes counted, That's how our language came about or whatever. But
like, why do we call certain things? I always find that very interesting. A lot of the other stuff comes from Latin words and Latin comes from Old Sumerian words. So everything is just played off of another word from another word from another word, but it translates all the way through. I mean, as an English speaker, I feel like sometimes when I read other languages, especially the German language, it looks so close to English language. A lot of the table and hamburger and stuff like that, a lot of those words are the same word. And Spanish seems to be pretty easy, too, after a while to look at.
You ever notice the way, Germans and Americans, it seems like no matter what they're saying, they're yelling it at you, And, like, when we talk, it's more kind of conversational and personable, but different languages, the way they talk to each other, some sound like they're just screaming at each other, and that's just the way they talk to each other,
Well, Canadians always sound like they're asking you a question. I'm asking you a question? I'm talking to you?
Right. On the pronunciation of it, you're right.
Yeah. But it all reflects onto different things.
Japanese is the same way too, though. It's like they're everything when they talk.
Their shit's from inside.
You hang your wiener out the window.
Yeah, it sounds like they're.
It's not like that. It's
no, that shit comes from inside.
I don't want you touching my sandwich. That's what I just heard.
You know how you say Vaseline in German?
No,
please keep sliding.
It's called Wiener Schlicken. It's for when it goes inside.
Oh my God! You know what? I can say bra in German. Yeah, it's called keep them from flopping.
Keep them from
flopping.
A virgin, they say a virgin, they say that's a good and tight.
Yeah.
It's a good and tight.
Yeah, and if you're constipated, you're far from pooping.
How about if you're on your period?
What is it?
For the tampon.
What is it?
Keep him from bleeding? I don't know.
hey, check that out.
I don't know.
They got tampons for men now.
They do. They're shaped like little
Yeah.
dicks.
Oh my God, eh?
Shaped like little
Check
dicks.
that out, eh? Everybody better get to the store and get them right away because they're going to be sold out fast.
Hey, I'm about to be on my period. Stop talking shit.
That's for those transgenders.
That's real. That's real fucking shit,
That's
man.
transgender stuff.
Yeah, I know it.
Hey, did you know they declared
for a week every month?
They declared. Did you know that they declared a national holiday of mourning for transgenders? Yeah. Oh my goodness. 29 of them died last year, and they were murdered. Right. So they were murdered, but come to find out, the reason that they were killed was that they were involved in these sexcapades that put them in harm's way. You know, it's
Wasn't that Florida or something at a nightclub?
Well, this was like throughout the nation. The Biden administration paid homage to that.
Yeah.
Somebody just died this last week. A person, because I can't remember. They had a different type of like thingy, but they had mysteriously had a light bulb up their butt, and the doctors took an X-ray because they were like couldn't figure out like what the problem
Where the light
with
was
this
coming
person.
from.
And there was a light bulb up like a pretty big spotlight looking light bulb stuck way up there. Yeah, they end up dying because you can't have that part of your body blocked off like that. And then they're operating, they're trying to take this out, and that fucker popped inside. So all those little shards of little glass everywhere. I mean, come on, people, let's be safe about how we're gonna do with our weird shit. Be safe about it, but
a light bulb.
Yeah, but it was
I'm surprised it didn't break in the whole process.
Oh, I know a couple more stories. I know one.
Yeah, that one the guy who was sitting there couldn't find his keys, and he couldn't even find his tractor trailer. He couldn't find it at all. Found it.
Your asshole can go as big as
you know what they call
17.
a woman's
No.
vagina? You know what they call it?
What?
A peephole.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it, a peephole.
I was told it was a Barbie pouch.
Barbie pouch. What are
It's
you saying?
kinda- I
How
said,
big is your
holy
asshole
fuck.
get 10 centimeters?
No, your asshole can stretch as far
I
as
watch it on
17
TV
centimeters.
there. I was watching people using different words. And
Can you give
meaning
this
them.
to us in the U.S. standards, please?
Yeah, how many inches is that?
That's centimeters. That's like, about like
3.2.
12.
There's a guy in here.
Like this, because I read
two
that
apples stuck up his ass.
because
Wait. Sneaking it into his room, man.
Whoa.
Because a raccoon can sneak up into your.
Did you hear that?
Can get into your asshole.
He said there's a man that was found in what is it? So the doctors had to come and remove it, right?
Remove what?
2 apples.
An apple.
No, he had to go do the walk of shame and walk himself to the medical unit here and explain to them how he got 2 apples jammed up his ass.
Oh my god!
I was hungry.
Oh my god!
But now
My
get
ass
this,
was starving.
he did that walk twice. He went once and did it.
All calls other
The second
than
time was
properly
3 oranges.
calls
Don't
may be
fucking
monitored
play.
and recorded.
They weren't the little
He did
cuties.
it twice. He did it a few months apart from each other. But yeah, he had to walk down there and explain to him, I got 2 apples on my ass. I ain't shit in a week.
You know what? Did you guys know that it is the number one fascination actually with the human body is the butt cheeks and the butt. People are so fascinated with it. I'm not even kidding. So beyond sticking like cars, like Hot Wheels is another like really hot thing they like to stick up their ass. People in general, you don't even have to be gay for that weird shit. People just love to do weird shit. But also taking thin needles and sticking them in their butt cheeks like that, because your butt cheeks don't have a lot of feeling in them, so you could actually put things into your butt cheeks pretty deep. Like you can get your whole ass tattooed and get a really good spanking, and you'd be able to walk away from it pretty all right. I mean, yeah, it'll get infected, but
That would explain why my child says spankings don't hurt. Today, when Mike was about to whoop him with the leather belt, I said I got scared when he pulled it out.
You're gonna get laid.
We're just messing around. You're just messing around with them.
Ghislaine.
He was being a good boy.
I was telling him, I said, I should give you one of them old-fashioned ass whoopings. The belt.
Yeah,
I started
but-
snapping, and Megan started, she flinched.
Look at your ma. Like, your ma with that cat of nine tails.
Oh, she had hangers. And
Zorro.
Zorro. Yep, Zorro. We had Zorro. We had everything, man.
Yeah.
All kinds of shit to
We
whip
have
your ass.
parents that
Extension
had
cords.
imagination, and our beating tools had names. So whatever, it's okay. It's all good. It happens.
Yeah,
Made
coat
us a
hanger,
stronger
wooden
person.
spoon, right?
Hey,
Those supposed to knock sense into them.
And you know what? Wooden spoon is always a good go-to
Yeah,
as
nice.
a
I like when they
parent
broke.
and stuff like that. And sometimes,
Just go outside and pick yourself a switch.
Oh, I don't think I ever had to do that.
Yeah, we did one for the down south. That was a southern thing. Go out and get a switch.
No, my kids
You know
did
about
like super duper fucking weird
I've
shit.
heard of
Like
it.
I would be by my friend's house and we'd be in the other room. We'd be doing adult shit, fucking hanging out, gossiping, And our kids would be in the room, and all of a sudden a TV goes crashing out of nowhere. You know it was my fucking kid. You know it was my fucking kid. Everybody's like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'll be like, I don't know who did it. And years later, yeah, they admit it. Yeah, Mom, that was me. I was like, fucking, see, I knew it was my fucking kid. You wonder why
beating now.
You wonder why
Yeah.
because they were
Come here, you.
Well, because you want to know what little kids are careless. My kids were daredevils. They were very careless children growing up. My boys, they rocked it as they rocked it as little kids. You know what I mean? A boy, they were typical. If they could climb it, they would conquer it. If it was round, they would see how far they could throw it. I'm busy fucking
You got
throwing
boys
rocks
and girls?
outside, and I have one girl. I have one
got
girl.
2 girls and a boy. I'll tell you what, man, I will take a boy over girls anytime.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Girls got too much drama comes with them, man.
Although, yeah, girls are mentally unstable for a really long time.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
But the boys, it's really scary because a lot of they shoulder the blame for a lot of weird shit. And
Yeah.
some of it's adult misinterpretation,
those
and
guys
they
are being
forgot that they
abused.
were kids at one time. So,
Neglected.
I did that growing up. I was always protecting my sisters, because if anything happened, I didn't want to see them get in trouble. So I'd take the ass whooping for shit they did, just to be the big brother, But yeah, my daughters, I love them to death. But man, the drama growing up, when they were growing up, it's just like, oh my God, the boys I had to chase out of the house and stuff like that.
yeah.
I'd definitely rather have all boys.
Oh hell yeah! I remember when I was a teenager. There's no way in hell. There's no floor that could keep me in the house. Second floor, no problem. There's always a porch. I like my dad look at me. I already suffered the consequences for that.
1 minute
shit.
remaining.
There's nothing I haven't done that he doesn't know about. Because after I turned 21, you best believe we got all fucked up, and I was sitting there laughing and talking all kinds of shit. And me and my brother, and we busy. Me and my mom cried doing that to her. But yeah, it happens. Yeah, and my kids did it to me. Yeah, I can't wait.
I've got less than a minute left.
Yes.
They're going to shut it down. But great talking to you guys, and hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. And I'll leave you with a little joke, man. Did you hear that Lambeau Field's got to resod their whole fields now? And they all said it's pretty sad when they can't even get their own grass to root for them.
You know what?
That's bad.
Maybe they'll keep losing, and that way we'll have a higher draft.
They just beat.
So-
They
Yeah.
just beat the Lions on.
I know,
Thanksgiving.
29.
Dude, can I tell you something?
What?
Unimpressive. Everybody
Yeah.
beats the fucking Lions. All right,
The Lions
dude,
are 8-2 this year. They're
Oh.
contenders.
Whoa.
8-3.
Hey, you know what? It feels like that
Now.
every year. It feels like that every year, and somehow the Lions fucking blow it. And trust me, I have a lion tattoo, so I would love
Well, you're
for them
a
to be a
Lions
win.
fan, or you get or you just got a tattoo of a lion.
I just have a tattoo of a lion because it's courageous.
I have a piece of a cake on my ass.
She has a tattoo of a lion because I'm a Leo and you're a Leo. She loves us.
I love Leos. They're one of my favorite people.
Aw.
But actually, my lion is a
How about
lie
Aries?
detector. My lion is a lie detector.
Is it?
Yes, it is. And it's a busy point now. All the fucking liars. It's been so busy this last couple years. It's just my finger is tired.
Let's go back to the.
Yours is. Oh yeah. Your lie detector's right there, huh?
Let's get back to that video. We'll break off from the.
Oh yeah.
So okay, should we watch more of this? You want to see more of this one, right, Ken?
Yeah, because you want to know why? Because you are so infatuated with that World Fair. We should dedicate one of these weekends straight up to World Fair
premature
again.
babies alive
He thinks
with
he's
modern
gonna see one of
technology.
his baby
Yet
photos.
They were doing this back in 1835 in Europe. They turned this into a sideshow where at the World Fairs they would
Kids that
show
look
off
like
these
us.
child hatcheries, these
'Cause we're
incubators
clones.
of
Always
live
tell when you're
children.
coming out of the
And for some
cabbage
reason,
patch,
the
there's a big
royals
shiny
would come
spot.
and witness these
Clones,
events.
man.
Yep.
So there's this genetic manipulation cloning idea in which
There
these
is.
babies are actually being grown in some sort of pods. Perhaps the symbolism of the Cabbage Patch mirrors that process. Humans do resemble plants in the way that we're connected to a stem in our fetal state, and our whole lives are spent ripening. In the fetal abduction theory, we typically see a nurse-looking woman with either a fishing hook or a fishing net pulling a child out of the water. Perhaps the hook and net represent medical tools and the water amniotic fluid. In either scenario, it would make sense that these babies have to end up in incubators or hatcheries. And it begs the question, how did all these premature babies get here? If women back in these days were having babies prematurely.
And I
why
remember
in
when
such
I was a
large
kid
numbers?
that having a
And
preemie
the
kid
babies
was
all being
like
babies,
a
they
really
have to
big
have
fucking
traveled
thing.
there
Like your
somehow
kid
within a
would
short
most
period of
likely
time.
pass on
What
to
are
the other
chances that
side.
so many premature
if you
babies
had a
were driven
preemie.
from
You
wherever
think of
their
it in
mothers
their
were?
And now
day?
look at how many
These
fucking
incubators all
preemies
the
are in
time.
this.
Yeah, in their day though,
And why did they
women
charge
weren't
people to
smoking
view
cigarettes
them
like
as
they
if
are
this was
today.
some
Like women
sort
were
of
healthier, people were
exhibition or
healthier.
sideshow?
They didn't have the money to buy
They had a
tobacco.
lot of
Death.
diseases and
For
parasites
centuries,
inside their
the stork
body.
has been thought of as a symbol for new
things
beginnings
that-
in family
that
lineage.
prevent
The idea that this
things that
creature
affect
represents
the child
life-giving
in the
events
womb.
also makes sense because
People didn't
storks
have
are
the
monogamous
resources.
creatures,
They didn't have the money
and
to
they
go
mate
buy
only
a
once
pack of
every year with their
Newports or whatever
partners
was
that
out
they've chosen
there,
beforehand.
or drink. You had
Choosing
women that
mates
had
based
dead.
solely on personality.
They're also
morals.
like their
like many
bathing
other
stuff was different too. I mean, they're
Now we've
fucking
got
dirty dick
kids
and dirty
inside a
cooter and
train.
rolling
Orphan
around
trains.
and
Why so many
smelling
orphans?
soap was made out of
Were these
male's
orphans taken
urine.
from their families?
Did you know
Were they
that?
trained to
That's
instruct
how they
a new
made because your
generation of
pH in your
genetically
piss is
created
amazing,
babies?
and I want to wash
Or were
my
they
body
moon-napped
with it.
babies?
Well, I
and
know if
use
I
it as
step
a
on
soap.
I know if I step on a
Kids growing on
jellyfish, I'll pee
trees.
on my feet.
Kids being
Oh,
carried
because
by
that does
storks.
that.
The Greek goddess Hera
counteracts.
and her
Well,
Roman
I
counterpart
stepped on a
Juno
jellyfish.
also
Did you
favored
piss on
the
your
just
feet?
ate
stork.
jellyfish.
And I'm
There
sure you
was a
guys
big
remember that quirky
glob
little
on the
teen
ocean.
pregnancy movie from the
I
2000s.
knew there, I didn't know, but
And I
I took a
suspect
stick and I
that
kept on poking
Artemis
it and
of
wouldn't go in.
Ephesus
I was
is an
off.
ancient fertility
So I was gonna run,
symbol
step
used
on
by
it,
the elite
bounce.
to signify their ability
leg
to
went all the way
reseed
up
a new
to my knee.
population.
That thing
We've
came all
got
the way up and
hooks
stung
removing
me.
babies.
I mean, I had to go to the
Kids
doctor.
in the water with a woman holding a net or fishing
really?
rod.
Up there in Oregon?
The water, the amniotic fluid, pulling children from the wombs of their mothers, perhaps?
Gave me an
Could that be
unbelievable
why
shot.
there are so many premature babies?
Elephant,
Or are they genetically manipulated?
syringe,
Cloning is not impossible.
They're genetically
Just look at Miracle
manipulated because they
I think
almost
that
look
the
like all
movie
the same
Aeon
kids.
Flux is a great example.
They're the exact same
Hollywood is
ages. They all
definitely
have
alluding
fucking
to
hair
this
too, by the way.
reality
Did you
of
see how much hair those
Yeah,
little
that's
kids got?
weird. Yeah.
The Cabbage Patch Kids sort of
look-
reminds
look
me
at
of those
men
medieval
today.
occult books
There's
that
more
depict
men that are
humans growing
bald than
from
there
roots
was
in
then.
the ground
Yeah. At least
or
with
mandrakes,
Jones.
Yep.
which
Yeah,
are
that's
known to have
because
occult
in the
properties for
food, the
making
stuff
one
that's in
go
the food,
insane.
It's everything.
all the stuff that we're
Fucks with
being
your hormones.
exposed to
ready to
today,
join
yeah.
their elite clubs.
You're right because they didn't have
Hair
anybody.
shampoo.
They didn't have a
Technology.
madman spraying the sky and trying to
Clothes.
block the sun from us.
Empty
Yeah,
stomachs.
what a
And dropping
motherfucker.
fucking chemicals on us, and we're
Babies
just all
floating
sitting
in on
here
boats.
like a bunch of fucking
Falsifying children
chumps,
being
and
born
nobody's
or found
doing anything about
and
it. We're
taken
just
by
all
the mother.
watching it happen.
The
Yeah.
one with the
Just
basket.
talk about it, I guess. You know.
Yet, this is a figure that represents the government's function as a mother. A corporate operation of generating foundlings in order to fill their newly emptied and burned cities with new humans. Whoever made these postcards are trying to tell us something very dark about the world we live in,
I'm gonna be
as
looking
if
for
it's
some.
humorous. There's an extraordinary amount of work put into these early photo manipulations. One would think there should be a good resource for these old postcards. cards.
I feel like I'm going to see a Coca-Cola bottle behind her any moment.
Yeah.
Holy Coca-Cola.
Babies in the empty cities.
I wonder how many of those got a little
Babies
baby
with new
that's half naked
technology.
like that inside their little
Babies in the classroom.
fucking ads.
Babies being brought in boats. and babies being grown in a variety of different situations. Is this some type of clever reference to the cloning of humans? We know of the sudden rise in orphans during the 1800s, but where do they all come from?
Fuck yeah, where do they come from?
Where do babies come from?
Like, where are all their parents and everybody at the same time had a kid?
Yeah,
At the
all
same time.
age, that many of them. Thousands. and
No
thousands.
mom, no
and ask
dad,
the
nothing.
Do I truly understand what this reality
Yeah,
is?
there had a lot of orphans, and the orphan trains, dude, they were like pounding, like how you were seeing Biden pushing those planes all around America.
Yeah.
They were doing the same thing, but they were doing it with orphan children. And you know, at one time you could put your baby in the mail, and you can mail your kid.
Yep, mail the kid out.
Mail order
The
babies.
grandmas.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
heard about that mail order.
So what's the next video you want me to look up?
I want you to look up the
fields.
What was that?
The Cabbage Patch Fields.
Oh, I wanted him to look up because I want to go back to the
Movie, the black and white cinema movie
Yeah,
stuff? What is
yeah.
it?
I want you to go back and see how far we can go with the evil eye symbol like that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With that OK symbol going over the eye. So let's start with Marilyn Monroe because that's a nice one right there in the 50s. She's pretty popular. We've seen tons of pictures of her. I've actually seen a few pictures of her putting that shit over her. I like that.
I had one that was signed by her. This one dude took it. I was going to take it that day. I knew he was going to do that. I was going to take it. I forgot all about it.
Fuck, I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm hot, I'm cold. Ooh. Leftovers from last week. Holy fuck, dude. I was ill last Friday. Oh my, it came on so fast too. I was okay. And then I threw up and then I had like a raging fever for like 24 hours. Raging.
That's not going to work. The OK symbol in Hollywood, 1940s.
Okay, you could put, just flat out put Marilyn Monroe covering one eye. There we go. That's another one. Another, they like to all go shh with their finger over their mouth like that.
The secret.
The secret. Because we can go pretty far back with Freemasonry with the hidden hand symbol because Napoleon and a lot of those Freemasons, they all did that. George Washington, his famous pictures all have the hidden hand.
Bush done that too. Bush talking to that Chinese dude. He put his hand down like this here. And he went like this with his hand. And he went like this.
Yeah, and he has, he was part of the Skull and Bones. And then he was also
That's not
the
gonna
head
work.
of the CIA.
What other video
All
you want me
right,
to
go
look
ahead.
up?
Put, well, you know what? If you just start with the Black Eye Club, that should have other videos that would lead you to a lot of that older stuff. A lot of the stuff now is being scrubbed off of here. There was a picture I remember seeing when Obama was first running for president, and Barbara Bush has they were like golfing or something like that, and well, how did it go?
It's not even there. There's nothing for the Black Eye Club.
Dang, see, because all that stuff is getting scrubbed now because a lot of people are waking up to that fact of these people are fucking
On the dark
evil.
web and you get anything.
You got another one? Or you got, like, what do you want me to do now?
You got any suggestions, Megan?
Who revolted against the ruthless
No.
domination of Mad Dog Earl? I'm giving you a chance to blow. If you decide
Lots
to stick
of
or shoot
things.
the first one that don't do as I tell him. Was it Velma?
Conspiracies.
Well,
all kinds of them.
Well, in
They
Africa,
don't
they're
even-
stealing all the copper wiring and
Yeah, I
out
know.
of all the stuff.
Yeah. Going into the houses, tearing them right out of the house.
all over the place, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. The stop and go lights are down on the ground, and
Well,
they're grabbing the wire right out of
Copper is
it.
just as, to them, it's like gold.
Yeah.
You know?
Really?
Yeah, some crazy stuff. It's like, man, and they're robbing people that are, the electric company goes there to go fix the wiring.
Yeah.
They rob the truck and all the tools and everything else. And
yeah.
Introducing the
crazy. Just like everywhere else.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff though, because a lot of people are becoming more hip to it.
3, the newest revolutionary body armor.
And if you want to say like most recently that thing with P Diddy, you know, now a fourth person
If you want
has
to get,
come
you
out.
want to real chill up at night. I said it before. Watch Police State. Watch that. That'll freak you right the fuck right out, man.
So I just YouTubed Black Eye Club, and it's literally these like the Pope and
man.
Oh, yeah.
I seen
just like Beyonce,
Pushing that there,
literally
yeah.
with the
Yep.
black eye, like someone
A bunch of
punched
them. A whole bunch of people.
You know what? Somebody must really fucking hate. Who's that
They say
guy?
the Vatican carries the world's most
John
souls.
Kerry. Yeah, because they were all part of
Jennifer
it.
Lopez.
Yeah. She dated P. Diddy. You think they don't have a video of her doing that weird
P.
shit that he
Diddy's on
had
here.
Cassie
Wow,
doing
literally
it?
just P. Diddy. Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gone now.
Yeah, if you ever watch any,
What?
if you watch any interviews of Judge Joe Brown, he actually knows a lot about history, and that's how I found out about Barbara Bush being related to Obama like that, and Obama's actually like ninth cousins with Brad Pitt, so they know each other through that
Barbara
way.
Bush was a hairstylist for the movies stars.
Rich, there is like a 2-minute video on South Park, Comedy Central UK. It says, "Is there semen on your black eye?"
Oh.
On YouTube.
That's like
Lego
Auntie Jay
pieces,
just
black-eyed
said,
Lego
I took some
pieces.
Viagra and she went down. She broke her tooth.
Lady Gaga. Katy Perry, you know she got some twitchy eyes.
Well, Lady Gaga actually did like this 6-month retreat with Marina Abramovich, that witch, and came back a total changed person. All of a sudden now she's dressing around wearing meat suits and meat dresses and shit. And you go back and she's dressed as a panda, which we know all about the Lamba. Lamba. Go ahead and Google it. George Soros is the one that runs that.
Right. You want me to look up what now? What do you
Oh,
want me
I
to
don't
look
know.
up
I was
now?
just letting you know there was a.
You want me to look up another video, right?
Yeah, you could put in panda eyes. You could put in.
Oh, the poor babies, the poor kids getting rammed to get black eyes from it.
Yeah.
That is some sick shit, dude. This man, people are fucked up, man.
Well, there's
Panda
something
bears
in this
and
world that loves that misery.
There is. There's
And
that.
you know, we can go
entities.
back to the
More than
silver
one.
screen
Many
again
entities.
with more of this. Like, we know music gives you emotion, and it's there to give you fear, to make you feel love. You know, we watch it in movies all the time. We talked about it the other day about Jaws. When you watch Gone with the Wind, those certain fight scenes and stuff like that that are real emotionally charged, you're starting to feel that emotion with it. You know, so why wouldn't you have something like that happen to you when you're listening to today's music or any music at all? That's what that music's supposed to do. It's supposed to draw that emotion from you. I mean, you listen to angry music, you're going to be an angry person. There's no way around it, because that vibration, the words, your spells being cast on you in every which way.
It's like that song with Santana has out there. Keep the lights on. Monster under my bed, under your bed.
Oh wow!
Children, keep your lights on.
Yeah, so
kind of weird song.
And you know what? And if you want to talk about silver screen, we can take this all the way back even to like Broadway, because it would be like you were considered like evil if you were caught dating an actor or an actress back then. It wasn't until we actually had film and we left Broadway and started doing stuff on film that it become more acceptable for you to be an actor or for you to be an actress, because you did do double duty. You did sell your body. That did happen. You know, all the chorus girls and stuff like that. Those people got a bad rep and a stereotype because of that.
Yep.
You know, but you know, that's how people take advantage
There was a lot
of
of
you while you're
old
having
shows
dreams.
back in the days where they first started was like W.C. Fields, you know, and Mae West.
Well, Mae West, there was a big conspiracy. She got into a car accident a little bit later on in life, and if you go back, she looks different. But go ahead, Google this. Mae West. There's a good one right here.
Let's see this.
So she looks
Now.
different from when she first started to when she got older. And what makes her different, her fucking hands are huge.
She's a man. That's
She
why.
got big fucking hands. They were saying that was her brother who looks so much like her. Michael, are you going to step in and fucking be me on this show if something happens?
No.
You fucking better not, because
I like being a guy.
I'm the pretty sister.
I like being a guy.
But yeah, they said that about Mae West too. That later on in her life, because after that accident, she looked different, and her body was just different.
The man. The whole time.
But you know, that's how they always smear women, though. Because I mean, look at Elizabeth, the Queen of whatever, the Virgin Queen of England over there. They were saying that she was
Elizabeth.
Yeah, that she was a man. But we all know that she was a girl because her dad was King Henry VIII,
Right.
and her mom was Anne Boleyn.
That's another one that's related to that one googly-eyed guy.
They're all
Barbara
related.
Bush guy.
Andrew?
The Barbara Bush guy.
Dude, they're all. Oh yeah.
They look a lot alike too. Them people.
Yes.
They have that weird look.
You want me to play it?
Though.
Yeah.
Not so
Do it,
bulgy
do it.
eyes as the other ones.
We're ready.
What's going on?
Well, when I'm good, I'm very good. But when I'm bad, I'm better.
Yeah, I remember
I
that
see
movie.
a man in your life.
Where?
What, only one?
I changed my mind.
Yeah, does it work any better? Oh, well, I'm caught between two evils. I generally like to take the one I never tried.
Take care of these men.
Yes, give them all my address.
I am delighted. I have heard so much about you.
Yeah, but you can't prove it.
Haven't you ever met a man that can make you happy?
Sure. Lots of times.
What kind of husband does you think I should get?
I should take a single man, leave the husbands alone.
Well, I can always tell a lady when I see one.
Yeah, what do you tell them? I had a shooter lion once.
Really? Was he mad?
Well, he wasn't exactly pleased about it.
You were wonderful tonight.
I'm always wonderful at night.
Aren't you forgetting that you're married?
I'm doing my best. It's a bit of resistant temptation. There'll always be more.
I wish you'd forget your principles, Ruby. I must have you. Your golden hair, your fascinating eyes, and alluring smile, and lovely arms. Your...
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Jeff Dumler.
an inmate at Oshkosh Correctional Institution. Your account
Jeffy.
balance is $7.75. To hear the charges for this call, press 2. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. To block this call and all future calls, press 9. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey,
What's
Jeff.
going on?
Not much.
Welcome to the Manwich Show.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. Another day.
Yeah, today we're
How
talking.
are you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Today's topic is the silver screen, and we're starting at the beginning of time for the silver screen. So we're talking about kind of like the old black and whites, talkie and non-talkie ones. We were just looking at some Mae West ones where, you know, you always hear rumors of the old switcheroo where, you know, they get into an accident. When they come back, they're definitely look different. They behave a little different. And there's always a question of their sexuality or their mind or their mental state. So, but, you know, just going through and just examining all the evils and how far we can trace that back, right down to the Hollywood naming of itself. What do you know about Hollywood and their evil ways?
To be quite honest, I don't think I really know anything, really.
Oh my gosh,
I mean,
you know.
We're also talking about Charlie Chan. Do you know anything about Charlie Chan?
Well, he was a
No.
good example because he was highlighted today. We were highlighting him today because I think that we could actually highlight a couple people throughout the weeks coming up, old Hollywood style. But yeah, he's one of those oldie but goodies that people may have heard of or heard things like, oh, number one son. And that's where that phrases like that come from. You know, it's from, you know, Charlie Chan. He made it a catchphrase. But he wasn't never even Asian. He was a white guy.
Yep.
He was an imposter.
Except for the last one that was from the New Adventures of Charlie Chan. I forgot all about that guy.
But the people in China and Japan, they didn't even care because they loved him so much. They loved him just like the French loved Jerry Lewis, and Jerry Lewis didn't speak one lick of fucking French. Mm-hmm.
Remember him, Jerry Lewis?
But did you watch any black and white shows when you were a kid?
No. Not
You
that
don't
I-
watch any. You don't ever. Where you're at right now, you don't watch any black and white movies.
No.
You don't. Do you get the black and white? You get the channel where it shows black and white movies, AMC. Something like
no,
that.
not that I've seen.
Next caller, please. Next caller.
He's like, I need something that has like.
Got a lot of no's. That was
Where
too
I
many
was at-
no's.
Where I was
Well,
at,
they have different movie magic in the black and
where I
white.
was at, they had black and white film. They had color film too, but they had film from you know, they showed a lot of black and white films. So like I got to see some Humphrey Bogart films. They would have a hump day because it was hump days Wednesday. So they'd have a
African
hump.
Queen, eh?
I'd watched that. Actually, I did watch that.
It's a badass.
But you know how you
movie
got
with
hump day? Well, they would
Humphrey-
have a hump day, and it was Humphrey Bogart Wednesday. So yeah, I guess you don't get the. I mean, it's a black and white film, but when you're in prison, you get bored. You look for stuff to watch, and you end up watching stuff that you would not watch otherwise. So yeah, I'm surprised that you don't have access to any black and white cinema because you know it's free, and I'm sure they got that Western channel. You got the Western channel where you're at, right?
They got the Grit channel, whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
man, that great. I mean, my stepdad, he loves that shit, man. I couldn't stand that when I watched spaghetti westerns. I watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
If it doesn't have Clint Eastwood in it, I can't watch it.
He's going to be on too.
But
yeah, he's a good actor.
I can't.
But
And
my step-
anything that has to do with World War II, you can keep it.
Yeah, I don't like them kind of things.
But the Grit, so like having Grit, I would have thought that you had the. I can't remember because the exact channel. I want to say it's AMC, and they would have
It's
NOIR.
Turner Classic Movies.
They would have
TCM.
NOIR. That's how I learned the word NOIR. I'm like, what is this? You know, NOIR. Like,
Means black.
And
it is. That's what the channel's all about. Black people.
Well,
Uh-uh.
that's how I buy my makeup, and that's a
Yeah.
French word.
Is it?
That's French for the color black. Noir.
So black.
Oh, look at the
noir
girl
is
buzz.
Black.
The boys.
The Boys.
The
If you
Boys.
guys aren't watching The Boys, you're missing out. Just saying out
You can hire
loud.
me to be on the show if you
So Jeff, when you get out, man, you got like 8 more months. You'll be getting out. Where are you gonna be staying at?
Up by Wassa area.
Oh wow, dude, that's like 2.5 hours from where we're at.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's not that
Wassa.
far.
No, it's like
Take
2.5
29
hours.
Further.
Take 29 straight over towards Green Bay. Take 41 south.
Yeah. That's the only way you can get here.
You're
That's all interstate.
you know,
It's
Although
all
you get on
interstate.
12,
75.
you can get on 12 and that shoots straight across Wisconsin. You can drop off at one of those, like 16 and them kind of street roads.
I don't know. Okay. I have to ask the most important question of the night then. Are you ready for it? Are there any comic books stores in that area?
I'm pretty sure there probably is. I mean, yeah.
There has to be at least 3. Oh my God.
You know there's some in Green Bay. You already know.
There's one in Green Bay that's worthwhile
Wausau,
going to.
I'm
There's only
sure.
one. Actually, there's only
That's off
one
Military?
left in Green Bay. Yeah, I think so.
I'm sure Wassa has some. It's a kind of like almost. I mean,
Well,
say half a
Yeah,
K.
it's a pretty big town.
That's up by
Yeah, but
Stevens
some of
Point.
these big towns, they don't have anything like that. Like, I wonder what people buy for entertainment now. Like when I start going to these
Crack,
other cities and
meth.
and visit and shit like that, I'm gonna see like what is everybody doing for fun in this
When you're up in
spot?
Wausau, you just get on 10.
Cow
take it
tipping.
into Appleton.
Cow tipping,
41.
antiquing.
I don't know.
Oh my God, Jeff! I almost had an anxiety attack. I was busy watching the old Antique Roadshow with my dad, and all of a sudden I seen a childhood items come up, and they're talking about like this is 1,000, and this is 500, and this is a couple grand, and this is 200. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? My childhood is considered antique.
Yeah, 70s, yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
crazy
Yeah,
because
man.
I've seen
It
stuff
ends,
like
ends
that
in the
too, and,
80s.
Oh, I
ends like
can't-
85.
Our
it
childhood's
ends.
worth money.
Your antique before 85.
It's like you watch the Stores Wars, you know,
Imagine me, man.
and they got like toys that are back in like the 80s, and then they're all like, oh well, you know, this is a collectible, you know, like all the GI Joes that I was taking the heads and popping them off, and all this, and Barbie and whatever. I mean, not that I played with Barbie, but
Yeah, you're busy fucking up all the toys and having a good time
Yeah.
doing it without realizing. Dang, dude, if you just would have been a little bit more kinder.
If the stepdad would never threw all of our toys away.
Like my sister, my
Yeah,
sister,
that
my
would've been
my
that
daughter had a
You had some Tonka
full
Road
like
ride.
little
15th
baby trunk of those
over there.
Bratz dolls, and
sitting
now
by that little sand
they're
pit area
they're
before the
worth like
garage,
more than
beside
fucking
the-
Barbie
by the
and
fence.
shit.
Come out of your backyard. Right there on the side over there. I looked
I
at
remember-
those. I was going to take those.
I remember getting.
I was going
I'd
to
always
bring them by
get-
Roberts and let Robert keep them.
I would always get farm toys, you know. So I mean, back then when they made farm toys, when I was young, they actually had moving parts on them.
Oh my God.
Oh, I had lots of those kind of things
Dude,
like that.
our toys were really made out of metal because if you left them out in the rain, they would fucking rust.
Yep.
Get all sharp
yeah,
and
they're more
shit.
durable.
Yeah,
Yep.
like you could really
now,
like.
now everything's just a mold. So now nothing doesn't have the value like it used to. 'Cause
It's
it's all cheaply
plastic.
made. It's all China shit.
Yeah,
It's
it used
all
to be.
garbage.
You used to be a pretty big kid and still sit on those things and go down the hill
Oh,
and
we
shit.
have all kinds of fun, man. Yeah,
Oh
Tonka,
my
sit on a
God.
Tonka truck.
The
that-
Tonka trucks could
the
really
dump
take
truck,
an ass kicking,
The dump truck,
man.
we would roll down the alley on it.
Dude, we were
on
rough
there.
as fuck. Me and my brother, we were rough as fuck with our kids.
Put our
with
knee
some of
inside
those
that
toys.
bucket. In
Yeah,
the back
'cause-
of it. Put our knee in there and then slide down the. Down there. That's how
I
we
don't
learned how to
wanna-
ride a bike. Going
That's
down
how
the alley.
we used to take the Jeeps, and then we had off a big hill, and we put them on our feet like that there and go down the hill. The Jeeps.
Oh, we didn't never seen any of those Jeeps. We
No?
seen the springs that we
They're-
bounced
they're
on,
about
put
that
them on
big-
our feet and hurt our
about that
tops
big.
of our feet.
Big old thing, big Jeeps.
All calls other
Red
than
springs.
properly placed
Put 'em on your
attorney
feet, you
calls
can jump
may be
around.
monitored and recorded.
Inside of a tire. Big tractor tire.
We went inside a big and rolled down hills and shit in
and
there.
a big tractor tire.
Scary.
When you got a tractor, two of them in there. You hear them hollering at each other, banging their heads together. My two sisters.
Oh, for a while there, I started collecting it. If you ever look up like DCP trucks, diecast promotional trucks,
Mm-hmm.
and I was collecting those for a while, and
Is
those,
that
those
white and
got
green?
pretty pricey. Huh?
Are they white and green?
No. They're like little model, like little toy semis. But they're DCP class, diecast promotional. So like all the
okay.
trucking companies.
Okay.
And I had like Plainfield trucks and everything, like companies here in Wisconsin. You know.
Oh wow, what happened to them? You still have them?
My son got a hold of them. Decided ripping off mirrors. You know.
Yep. Like father, like son.
But yeah, hey, no.
Yeah, but you should have been
I always
kinder to
told
your
him-
joy, to your toys.
I should have. But
Yeah.
I always told him every time when he was younger, you know, I always would get down on the floor and I'd play with, you know, these trucks with him, and I'd be like, nice. And then when he'd get up to the truck, he'd like pet it like a dog and be like, nice, nice. Yeah. Shit. Now he's 10. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel
You
a
know
little
what?
weird because I have like my little granddaughters, and like I, to be honest, like a lot of these toys and stuff I pick up along the way. I buy them at the Goodwill and rummage sales for like $0.25. So I have like a bunch of little people and stuff, and then they go for all the little houses and stuff, you know. So, and I feel like I can't quite throw it away. And every time I think I'm gonna get ready to throw it away, another kid comes along. And the last kid so far, the youngest granddaughter of mine, just really quick, she fucking plays with everything. She fucking plays with everything. She's got the best imagination ever. Like she fucking plays with everything. And a hot second is little Alia, but yeah, they're really.
Yeah, my niece is like that.
And I feel bad because some of this stuff's gotta go. It's gotta go. Their parents don't want it. I don't want it. It's gotta go. But like I know the moment I throw that fucker away in 10 years, everybody's gonna be like, dude. Remember that little toy that I had with the little head swiveled and the little arm? Okay, the best example was I used to go to the bubblegum machines and I used to buy the little Vato people. Remember those little Vato people on the bubblegum machine for like 50 cents?
What were they really called? They were called, dude, I've seen some of those before.
The little lowrider people.
Yeah, little Vato dudes in there.
Yeah, the little Vato locals.
That guy made a lot of money.
He sure did, but he should have kept going with that. But they would have all the little Vatos, and now if you just have one of those in okay condition, just that little one right there is like a hot $50. A hot $50. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, for a fucking quarter toy.
Dude, we used to have a bunch of them.
Oh my God,
things,
because
man.
these kids, they like little people. I'm telling you, the little people thing is fucking hot.
Yeah, I collect the Lego dudes. I collect all kinds of stuff. Hot Wheels. Airplanes that you can fly them.
Dude, I had a kid in the family that was like totally fucking
Coins,
mental over
cards,
fucking
money.
bubblegum toys. There's no way like I would just go just for a cruise in the middle of the summer and it'd be late at night and be like, let's go see if Myers, because it's open 24 hours. Let's go see if somebody fixed their bubblegum machines lately. And it got to the point where I was going to the dollar store and I was buying them for her, and then the empty ones I would just stuff the stuff inside there and close it up and act like, oh, I was at the bubblegum machine earlier and this is what I got.
The old like the dragon cards and everything like that, Dungeons and Dragons, whatever, and the Pokemon and all that, them are becoming pretty popular now and collect.
Those are hot ones more.
I got lots of Pokemon cards.
Because you want to know what people are chasing their childhood. And I can see that as I collect comic books, because I do collect comic books. I think some of the...
I got a comic book in my room right now.
Really?
Yeah, what's it called?
Yeah. I don't know, it's got a bunch of Avengers and stuff on it.
Ooh, I wonder what number it is.
I'll have to get... When I call next time, I'll have the comic in my hand. And I will tell you what it is.
Sweet, yeah. But some of the ones
will tell you how much it's worth.
Yeah. Some of the ones I pick up along the way, because I have chased my childhood collection. I got so excited. I got Smurfs #1 the other day, and I almost shit my fucking pants. I was like, what? I was looking for #2. I would want #3 if I could find that fucking 2, man. But yeah.
Number 10, Spider-Man.
I'm just all
181, like, Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
180. That one, either one of them. Either one. 180 and 181.
You had one, and then the middle one, then one after. There were 3 of them that were valuable, but third one wasn't as valuable as the first.
You know what I want? I want Care Bears #1.
Care Bears?
I want Care Bears #1. And #2 and #3.
I have another one I'm trying to
take them all. I got Fraggle Rock a couple weeks ago and I was stoked.
Oh, Fraggle Rock? I don't think I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Probably buy a car. I'll wait for it on eBay. And I missed them too.
And
17 and
all kinds of other like little shopping places for comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Just go like the eBay, say, oh, you're looking for this, and then.
Oh, you know what?
I got it up for like.
I find it a little hard to do. Like, I guess I'm not that person. I don't get personal gratification ordering online.
Like, you will when you save money. That's why when I went with Mike earlier today to the Turning Page, and I seen like what he wanted for his Amazing Spider-Man comics, that were from the 70s. I got those same comics for $10 a pop. He was selling them for $20 to $30 a piece. And then there was just recently 15 of them that went for $80 to $90 with shipping and handling. 15 comics that were from the 70s that were like from, let's say, issue 160 to like 180. Somewhere around that ballpark area.
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may
now,
be
granted,
monitored and recorded.
I'll tell you something else. I passed up. I didn't realize the importance of 361 of Amazing Spider-Man. It was from a pawn shop. I don't know who's selling it. I think it was a pawn shop though. And I just looked at the first few issues. I said, "Oh, that's 350 or 349." I don't care about that. I'm focusing on the older comics, right, Jeff? And it when eBay, after it had 7 days, it was going to be on eBay for 7 days. Well, the guy ends up relisting it. So then I was like, I could have bought it then, but I passed it up because I was like, I spent enough money on these older comics, right? When he relisted it, I started seeing people were bidding on it, and I'm like, oh wow, dude, I was gonna get this like dirt cheap. I was gonna get it just to get the run. Then I come to find out that there was comics in that run that were worth $40, $50, $60, whatever. They were hard to come by. The first appearance of Carnage.
Yep.
And oh man, like come to find out that those were some gems. I could have got it dirt cheap when it was done. I could have got it for $50 when I first seen it, and I passed it up. When he relisted it and it sold, it went for $180 some. Because the comic nerds came out and grabbed it. And that's really what happened. Like, they just come out the woodwork.
Dude, yeah. Everybody's collecting something, it feels like, in a way. But at the same time, there's so many... I see so much stuff being dumped out on the market right now.
Dumping it, man.
When it isn't
filler,
just comic books. I'm talking like all kinds of
that shit now.
Antiques, a lot of clothes and shoes. Like the fucking Goodwill's just fucking falling apart over there. Like I can't even walk to the store and just be like, oh my god. I don't buy shoes and clothes anymore since I started comicking though. I don't need to. I got a fucking ton of that shit.
Are you saying that when you go to the thrift store, you don't find any like there's none there's nothing cool
I seen comic books there.
Dude,
there.
that one time I went with you, Michelle, and they had those comics. If I could
bought
go back,
every
I would have
single
looked
fucking
at
one of those cards.
You looked at
You
the
see
cards,
that?
but I'm gonna tell you right now, when those comics were first there, now that I started buying comics again, I would have went and I would have flipped because I
Those were
looked
a
at them.
little too new.
Yeah, they had a lot of new stuff. I really don't like that.
You weren't at that thrift store.
Doesn't do nothing.
I didn't see what was all there at that thrift store.
We got 1 minute. We got 1 minute remaining,
buddy.
Yep. So
Dude, I'm gonna get that book to you, dude, as soon as I'm done with what I gotta do, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it and everything. You guys got my email, right?
Yeah. I never pretended. We got it.
All right. Just happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. And hey, you guys, hopefully you guys had fun.
Nah, dude, you know what? Hold on.
Whatever.
I don't have your email. I don't think I got the email through the. If you're talking about the Corey links email setup, yeah, I got that set up.
Yeah. Well, whatever email for the Thanksgiving thing. When,
No, I got that,
But you guys all be safe and everything like that. Appreciate your time and thanks and everything like that. And just discussing and getting us out of here. That's cool. I mean that means a lot to a lot of us. We don't have people like that talking to.
But hopefully you'll help find us somebody to replace you when you get out, dude.
Yeah.
But he's gone already. We're gonna need a replacement because we got like Alabama. Pulver calls in. Jeff, Richard, Pat, Tom. He hasn't been calling in because he's all bummed out because he got his appeal denied. Chepe's calls in. I mean, we got a nice little roster, right? It's a nice roster, but I would have liked to have had Raymond Jones back on, even if his story doesn't line up.
Yeah,
it was because it's like
he was interesting.
There you go.
I can go with the interesting. Yeah, hell yeah. I can
That's what we want.
He was so into it. He's just, man, that was real.
Even if it was fake, it was real fake.
Yeah, I liked it. I like listening to them story. That guy was just so committed to it.
I'll go back to Mae West now.
Mae West. Let's see when she turns into a guy.
Form divine.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Hold on, I need a
Is this
cigar
a proposal
first.
or you take an inventory?
You certainly know the way to a man's heart.
Funny, too, because I don't know how to cook.
I'm sorry you think more of your diamonds than you do of your soul.
I'm sorry you think more of my soul than you do of my diamonds.
Do I bother you if I look over your shoulder?
No, do I bother you?
I'll never forget you.
No one ever does. Well, it's better to be looked over than overlooked.
Great town, St. Louis. You were born there?
Yes.
What part?
Why, all of me. What'd you do? Get your hair cut or have your ears moved down?
You know I've been mad about you from the first time I laid eyes on you. Well, you're my whole world. What do you want to do, drive me to a madhouse?
No, I'll call you a taxi.
Young lady, are you trying to show contempt for this court?
No, I'm doing my best to hide it.
I wonder what kind of a woman you really are.
Too bad, but I can't give out samples.
Why don't you come up sometime, see me?
I tell you, she was bad, eh? Humphrey Bogart was good too. The African Queen with
I've seen him
yeah,
a few times.
The
African Queen.
Yeah.
The girl.
I'm trying to think of her name. Humphrey Bogart and.
Is that the one where they had the African
Hepburn.
ants?
Catherine
and they
Hepburn.
had the African ants that were coming to her.
This is a boat.
And
this is African Queen was a boat that they're going to blow up.
You know
a
what
ship
it sounds
during
like
the war.
depressing to me.
Another one
Nazi
was
boat.
Casablanca.
That one
Play it
sounds
again,
depressing
Sam.
too. He never said that.
Yeah, he did.
Depressing. He never said
Wow,
that.
yeah, that's a Mandela effect.
He did.
That's
say
a
it.
Mandela effect. He never said
Mandela
that.
effect. He
just
never
watched
said
it
that.
today. I was going
He
to play that
never
as
said
one
that.
of the pieces.
Yeah, you should do it. Google it now.
He goes, play it again, Sam.
I'll play it for you.
He says play it again, but he never says play it again, Sam.
Yeah, he did.
No, go ahead, do
No,
it.
it's the chick. The chick says that.
Oh my God, things are changing.
Oh my God, it isn't even him talking
Yes,
anymore.
I
It's
know it
fucking
ain't.
her.
Yep.
Oh, get the
Wow. Oh my God. I'm a.
I can't. I can. Let's watch. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
let's see it. I was shocked, but now the shock is over.
I gotta turn this around.
There you go.
Get the
Number
other ear
one
now.
ear.
Your number one ear.
It's so funny. I do that shit to the kids.
Plane to Lisbon. Would like to be on it. Why? What's in Lisbon? Clipper to America.
You know what this is? Something that even you have never seen.
Round up the usual suspects.
And search them for stolen documents.
May you see your papers?
Do something, you must help him!
I'd stick my neck out for nobody. There is a man arrived in Casablanca on his way to America. Victor Laszlo. Laszlo? The Nazis have been chasing him all over Europe. Laszlo must never reach America. He stays in Casablanca. I'm a saloon keeper. The problems of the world are not in my department. Why did you come back? To tell me why you ran out on me at the railway station?
If you only knew the truth.
I wouldn't believe you no matter what you told me.
You are our last hope. If you don't help us, Victor Laszlo will die.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
In Casablanca, human life is cheap.
Play it once, Sam. Play as time goes by.
You must remember this.
There you go.
A kiss is just a kiss.
Best Hollywood movie of
I
all
hate this
time.
war so much. I don't know what's right any longer.
I just sometimes wonder if it's worth all this. I mean, what you're fighting for. Might as well question why we breathe.
You knew how much I loved you. How much I still love you.
He's looking at you, kid.
There it is.
Don't cry, baby.
He did say it. There. Here's looking at you, kid.
I mean, I was what we were talking about.
No, we were
What were we
play it
talking
again,
about?
Sam.
Play it again, Sam.
Play it again, Sam.
Yeah, he said play it for him, Sam.
Oh, she was supposed to say that.
She said play it for him, Sam. Play.
Yeah.
this song, whatever song.
I don't,
She said, "Look it up on Google." Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that, and you want to talk about like vendettas and stuff like that too. We should have an Alfred Hitchcock night and just like really break down his movies from
him.
Psycho and the way that he treated his star,
Yes,
Tippi Hedren, who is the mother of Melanie Griffith, who married Antonio Banderas, and her first husband was fucking Don Johnson. Yeah, his daughter
whose husband was Don Johnson?
Melanie Griffith, and her daughter, was on that.
They did a movie together.
Yeah, they did a whole bunch of weird shit together.
Born Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a kid, and then she was in those rated XR movies. What was that? Those books were written after it. Megan, what was the name of them?
Twilight?
No, the other stupid one that was X-rated. Gray. Darkest Gray.
50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
She's in it. Melody Griffith's in it?
Her daughter. And Don
shameful.
Johnson's daughter. Yeah, was the lead actress on that.
Wow.
That's normal for her every day.
Yeah, that's a real poo-poo platter. All those people. All their lives. Write and tell all books about each other and stuff.
Oh, I forgot we still got Jeff up there.
That's okay. You going to put Marilyn back up there? I keep calling him Marilyn Manson, the other Manson guy. The guy that looks like my dad. Oh, Charlie there. Oh my God. So my mic was busy watching this, and for a moment, and I've heard this from somebody else before too. They're like, dude, that guy in the corner, he just isn't blinking.
I looked at him. He's been smiling at me all night. I said, hey, guy, what's he doing over there?
Yeah. What's going on? Yeah.
But I never, I usually watch online, and I never noticed him smiling that much. Is that a moldable mask you have over there?
It's Donald Trump right there.
I know, but I don't remember him smiling before. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he looks different. Happening
and his face is all up in his
head's
crowd.
propped up now. He's looking straight
Well,
up,
because you want to know what?
forward.
He's beating a lot of his court cases right now, and the worm is turning. And that's why they have the true gag order on a lot of that stuff, because they're not going to talk about how they're losing.
They're
and they
talking
can't
about
have
lifting
fucking
that
this guy
gag
talking
cut.
about. Yeah, because then
it was Obama's and judge and what's his face's judge there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to mention his name because it makes me sour.
Well, they surely had on the Google News feed that he's going to jail.
Yeah, hey? Yeah, I heard that too.
Wow.
Every week he's going to jail.
Yeah, every week he's going to jail. Every week something. Yeah.
He's going. We got him
But
now.
if you-
He's going down.
But if you want to talk about serious politics, because we're coming around to the end of the show now, and we could actually pick this up next week, Saturday, and talk about more predictions, and we can do political predictions of where we think things are going to go. Gavin Newsom, China's puppet, he's coming up hot. He's coming up hot, I'm telling you.
I just watched some of the Simpsons episodes from about a year ago. There's some predictions right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like we had talked about that before, but we could just
I think
do
they're 90%
strictly
accurate
political
with the predictions, weren't they?
Pretty close.
Yeah, we could just do like political predictions and just talk politics, because
it's getting
there's
warmer.
There's a bad moon rising. Yeah, something wicked is this way coming in this next year, and you can just feel it in the air. It's ramping up.
Mm-hmm.
People, you know what though? People need to fucking wipe off their sour ass fucking faces. Christmas is around the corner. It's a time for cheer. Wipe them fucking sour ass puss faces off and start showing a little bit of empathy for the people around you. Because you know what? You're not the only person out there that's fucking depressed. Everybody needs to be uplifted. So a hello, a smile,
Pick yourself
and be
up
fucking
by your
nice.
bootstraps.
Yeah. How you gonna do that? How you gonna
You
pick
want to see
yourself up
Marilyn
from the
Monroe in her casket?
Yes.
Do you think she was pregnant?
Yes.
Kennedy.
There was a lot of rumors that she was actually pregnant.
Yeah.
That's why she killed herself.
John F.
Or
Kennedy's
that's why they
kid.
killed
She
her.
didn't kill herself.
That's why
but-
they had her killed.
Los
And
Angeles.
I doubt that she
the
was
official
fucking
cause
both
of death
brothers.
was ruled
They
as a
took her
drug
drink and
overdose,
filled up
but
with
many
drugs.
theories and conspiracies have arisen over
Mom
the
told me.
years, fueling speculation and debate. 1962, Marilyn was found dead in her home in Los Angeles.
Look at that.
The official cause of death was ruled as a drug overdose, but
Look at that. Look at that face. The death face.
They found little tiny needle marks on her, and nothing was
heroin
adding
in the
up. And
60s?
well, yeah, heroin's been around since forever.
Doing heroin.
Heroin and opium.
You had the opium
Humans love that
dens in
shit.
California.
Oh yeah.
How
do you think half those?
San Francisco.
That's how you think. How do you think half those railroads were fucking built in that area?
They had that. That was back in the '60s that they still had it because my friend and I were down there. We took Carney Hill, took the trolley down to Chinatown, got off, and we're walking by, and this old Chinese guy was in there, and he goes like this to us, went in there, $10, man. You could sit there and you get that.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing.
Whole bunch of little hoses.
That's an old school trap house.
Yeah.
That's
It
old
was
school
cool,
trap
though.
house. You go in, and that's a whole thing behind the trap.
We had a lot
You go
of
in
fun.
and you're trapped. It's over.
We had
It's
lot
a
of
wrap. The trap was a wrap.
Yeah. Then they had a guy standing outside with a big long jacket on with hundreds of watches. He tried to sell me a Rolex. You can have for $50.
Okay,
I said,
so
a Rolex, $50. I looked at it, it was wind up.
I gotta ask a
Battery
little bit,
run,
Dad.
Battery run.
Since we are talking about silver screen and stuff like that, a lot of the stuff that we talk about Satan and Satanism, and we're starting to see a lot of ritual abuse, a lot of weird ass fucking over the top in your face fucking worship, and the smiling, looking at you. These people are so sick. If they had a cookie jar and there was chocolate on their hands, and you stop and you ask them and you said, "Hey, you eat all those fucking cookies out that jar?" They would look at you and smile, and they would say, "Absolutely not. You did. You ate the cookies." And that's a mentality that we're dealing with these sick people. So when you were growing up and you were doing your travels and you were watching TV, did you notice any of that? I mean, because when we go back, we can see all that stuff now. But as it was happening in real time at that moment, did you notice anything like that? No?
Not that I remember.
No weird rumors about any of these people or nothing like that? They really kept it, really pulled the wool over people's eyes in the country.
Yeah, there was some weird stuff that went on. This is before my time. And that's the bulldog kid. Little tricycle. Got a bulldog face, the ears that pointed up like a bulldog. Punched in face like a bulldog. And little tricycle.
About like when you did your travels and shit like that, didn't you see like there's always been spray paint on everything? I mean, Jesus Christ, I mean, holy shit. Did you ever see any of these symbols that we see now out there? It's because Miko is in Arizona, and he told me, he says he sees those swirls and that weird pyramid thing and a lot of those other ones that we see that's on that list.
Well, he sees them in the sky, the swirls?
No, he sees them spray painted on buildings and the overpasses, and it's like the Satan worship out there is very loud. It's very loud. It's spray painted. The symbolism is spray painted all over, and if you didn't know what you were looking at, you just be like, "Oh, look at that! Some dummy spray painted something I don't understand over there." But if you know some of the symbolism, when you look at it and you see, it just plays a little different in your mind, because it's more like, aha, these motherfuckers are everywhere.
They had I know one that was downtown and off of Tucson, off of 6th Street. They had a building there that had a 6-point star, with a circle around the star, and a big X on it. It was all in red. Of course, they had pretty buildings back there anyway. They had green and orange, all kinds of different colors the houses were on that street.
Yeah, like when you drove around through America and stuff like that.
Oh, you saw a lot of stuff on even on tractor trailers. You see, you see the sign of your Masons.
Mm-hmm.
That A like.
Yeah.
Seen that, a lot of that. New York with all different kinds of things. All especially your alleys. They had all kinds of spears and people holding a head.
Shut up.
I mean, it's drawings like that.
Yeah.
And they had boats, pictures of boats.
Because I feel like a lot of the time
but the boats had that big long pole that had that mark going down like that. Instead of being crossway, it came down off the top. And that was a symbol too. What, the broken line or some fucking thing that went on back in the day?
With the jib. That's what that part of the boat is called, is a jib. I believe. I'm not a sailor.
Had that broken top down. It was like really weird though.
He is loving that bed up. All right.
We're not going to do anything yet. That's what's going to happen.
Let's see, we're going to wrap it up.
But tell you what, people happen, what's going on in this earth right now is really fucking scary. Like I said, that police state, that is one fucking desert state. Oh man, I watched. It was fucking bad, man, because this is, they can come to your house and arrest you and put you in prison. They're going into a school and detesting the fucking books they're feeding their kids.
And
it didn't only happen to one family that day. It happened to two families.
Okay,
and they're sitting in fucking prison though.
That's exactly what that guy in Argentina was talking about. That new president that they have down there. The moment that you don't agree with those people, they come at you politically. Now imagine if you take your breadwinners out of the house, and now all that money you invested in your house, for mortgage or rent or whatever, that shit's still got to get paid. If that doesn't get paid, what happens to your shit?
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
You have pets, you have family, you have children, you have things, you have stuff. I mean, what the fuck, man? So yeah, when you have skin in the game and you can't put your ass on the line like that, like I feel really bad for the people that went to January 6th and just touched the fucking chain link fence and got 10 years for touching a fence. But we have people that are actually bum rushing capitals and putting like red-handed paint on stuff.
Did you see them little strips that they put on TV about that Channel 6 about January 6th? Oh my God, there was nothing going on. None of that happened.
Nothing happened. I seen that the doors were being opened. I seen that they were being led through.
Right.
I just see wow.
And there was 4 detectives or FBI agents in
and
there
it's peaceful,
causing the problem.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I wasn't there. I would have stole fucking everything, because I'd have been like, this is my house, bitch, and I own everything in this motherfucker. I'm taking this, I'm taking that, and I'm stopping off at the refrigerator. I'm gonna eat fucking everything on my way out the door.
But
boom.
But the scary part isn't just the police state. That's leading to government control.
Well, yeah.
That's full control.
Definitely don't
where they're going
want
to tell you where you can go and where you can't go, how to talk and how not to talk.
You will have no rights. You will have no rights, and
Well, they're trying to take away the Second Amendment.
They would take the whole fucking piece of paper and rip it up to fucking shreds and put it in their shredder if they could.
Yeah.
If they could erase everybody's mind
First
at once
Amendment is on the edge
about
right
how
now.
things are, they would do it.
Well, look what their First Amendment, freedom of speech. And they're taking that away from Trump.
Let me tell you, what I think is the worst travesty ever, and is a real travesty, is with Alex Jones. Alex Jones was sued for $1 billion fucking dollars.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? He couldn't even have anybody go on the stand. He couldn't even defend himself. He had no defense. What the fuck is that? We're going to dogpile on you, and we're going to say, oh, yeah, well, you're bullshitting, and he should have been able to prove why he said what he did.
It's all conspiracies.
Why he said what he said. Well, you go back and a lot of that shit's gone now, guys. You missed the boat while it was here. But I did watch those videos of those people wandering around outside. And hey, quit taking your government, what they tell you for face value. Ask questions. You're supposed to ask questions. You're supposed to say, well, how did it get there? How did it be like that? Who started it? What's going on? Why are those people walking around like outside? Why does it look like a drill? Why is there rag dolls underneath these body bags? And you said they're body bags, but they're definitely rag dolls. You zoomed up on it and showed it was a fucking doll. Just saying. I don't want to get sued next. I don't have fucking $1 billion. I don't even have a pot to piss in. So I got 2 comic books. I rub them together every night, and I wish 50 more. But anyways, that's where I'm at in life right now. It's just like really weird. You go to court and people sue you. You should be able to defend yourself and say why you said what you did. Make it make sense for me. Why did you do that? You know it's horrible. People's children have died. Why did you say that? Defend yourself. Your turn, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Tell me your story. Show me your proof. Show me your things and stuff. On. But none of that.
Look what's going on with family. Killing, murder, suicide. Killing the whole family. And that's 1 a month it's just happening.
Dude, it's more than 1 a month. And you know what? You're seeing that more now because you got that Daily Mail. That Daily Mail is fucking scary because they talk about, you see things happening like a day or 2 before they even talk about it on the mainstream or anybody or a YouTuber talks about it at all. You will see it well before then. And it's like, it's pretty consistent. And instead of saying like they died suddenly, they use a different phrase for that now.
Well, here's another bad thing too. What's going on, right? These trans getting killed, like here in Milwaukee. I guess 2 or 3 of them got killed so far, and this one guy says that he didn't know that she was trans. He went out there and he said he grabbed a handful of nuts, so I killed him. They should, if they're going to go and hit on a guy, they should tell him who they are. I'm a trans. They should tell him, not try and sneak in on shit like that.
You know what? Can I tell you what the real solution to that is?
Stop pretending.
Stop fucking strangers.
Yeah.
Stop fucking strangers, and you won't have the surprise. Get to know who you fuck before you fuck them.
Not let them know who you are, and they know who you are.
Yeah. Whatever happened to fucking dating? Holy shit, dude. Oh, my God.
They just, here, buy me something good, and then
you know
I'll
what? You don't even get a fucking free meal out of it anymore.
Well, women are crying
here it
right
is.
now.
Here's my ass. Take it.
Women are crying right now that men ain't paying attention to them anymore.
Good.
As much as I used to go into the bar and I used to be hit on all the time. He said, no, I don't get hit on at all.
You want to know?
Scared.
You know, fear of being called a rapist.
Right.
Yeah, I was sexually assaulted.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a little bit of some of this in perspective
called a bunch
for
of
you.
Bullshit.
No. I'm gonna put some shit in perspective for you.
You get drunk with a woman.
No.
And you sleep.
Mm-mm.
You go to the police first.
That
And you say,
happened
hold on.
already,
If both of you get drunk and you have sex and you go to the and whoever goes to the cops first and were to say that they were sexually assaulted, the other person will be arrested. That's how it is now. First one goes to the cops.
No,
I've heard it from the mouth of a lady that works for the state, and she said that's exactly. She's like, so that's why you shouldn't have sex with somebody while you're drinking, because if they wake up in the morning and they say, hey, you know what, I didn't consent this because I was drunk. I was drunk, so I didn't have consent, and you took sex from me. Now that person will be going to prison, man, because the dummies. I hate to say the dummies, but people in this country who go to the trial juries, the jurors in this country, people that become jurors, they're like you know what, this person did it. And even if they go in there with an open mind, once they hear the state talk, the state can go ahead and make anything look as they want. They can make anybody look bad. They can make anybody look bad.
I'll be honest with you, and I've heard other women say this, and I know this from my own personal experience. When I was younger, before I turned about 22, I could walk down the street any time of day, cold day, hot day, it didn't matter. Motherfuckers would be driving up, trying to fucking give me a ride. Not thinking I'm a hooker, because not everybody fucking tries to pick up hookers everywhere, you know. But like whistling and shit like that, and hitting on you and buying you drinks. But after a certain age, it doesn't matter what you fucking look like. Ain't nobody whistling at you because of what you said.
Hey.
That's when that comes into play.
That guy,
when they start putting
dude,
shit
there's
to
this guy,
like, no.
he's like in his early 20s, and he's with this chick. You know, I guess she's in her early 20s too. And they got drunk, and the next day she realized that he had anal sex with her. Well, you were having you let him have anal sex with you while you were drunk. Now you woke up and you regret
you
it.
fucked a stranger.
Yep.
You fucked a stranger,
now you're
and
mad.
you didn't put down any perimeters of like, hey, this is the way it's gonna go down. My body, my choice.
Now that guy,
type of thing.
That guy has got to register as a sex offender because he went to court. That the DA decided to go. The cops arrested
and that
him.
actually happens to a lot of girls. They meet a guy and he's all cool and shit like that, and then they fucking flip him over and take him from the back, and you're not fucking prepared for that shit, you know. And everybody's down for that. I mean,
That
that's
chick
cool
was
if you
though.
are,
She
whatever.
was when
you
she
know?
was drunk. When she woke up the next day, she's like, "Oh, what happened?"
Taking advantage of a drunk person.
Do you think that's what the person did?
But
She was enjoying it.
that's what
she was enjoying it while she was drunk.
I'm saying
he was
that's
drunk too,
what
though.
they get
But he
him
was drunk.
on.
I'll give you another one. There was a guy. He was where 6 years had gone by since he had met this lady and had sex with her, and she was out of sight, out of mind for 6 years. And he'd been working at jobs, paying taxes and all this. Right. One day he's at his job, and cops come and arrest him, and he comes to find out that some woman that he had sex with 6 years ago had went to the police and said that he raped her. Or that they were drunk. He said she was drunk. They were both drunk. She woke up and she's like, "Oh my gosh, he took advantage of me. Or he said he raped me." And guess what? That guy, he's a sex offender right now. 6 years. They went to his job and they found him. They could have found him sooner. The U.S.
I warned
Marshals
my
could have
son
found him
about
sooner because he was
women
paying
like that.
taxes.
Too late for one.
6 years later, man, the cops just come out nowhere. Come right to his job site.
Well, look
and
at my
arrested him
cousin
for
Chad.
rape.
He didn't even know he had a kid until that kid was like 6 years old, and he got slammed with fucking
Child
super
support.
huge child support. Like he was running from the cops for 6 years. Like, holy shit, dude, that's crazy.
I remember when I
But
saw.
you just can't
when I
go
saw
around fucking
Isaiah,
around like that. Just
I
saying.
said to Chad, I said, "That kid looks like you." That ain't my kid.
I fucked it up that day when I walked in the house and I said, "Where'd that kid get those barky ears from?
Yeah,
Whose
yeah.
kid is that?" And I found out, I was like, "Oh shit, sorry, I didn't know that wasn't one of our kids." But I swear that looked like my family's ears, and it ended up being that dude's kid. Oh my god, dude, it just blew my mind. But that's another talk for another day and another conspiracy.
This country, you know, like countries, but other countries, they promote alcohol use, and it was like cool back in the day. You get drunk with a chick or whatever, you know. Now everyone's a victim. Everyone's a victim, man.
Well,
and you
know
got
what,
guys
too,
that you
is,
got.
like people are taking shit to the next level, though. I mean, there's like. There's
state-
like fucking and there is like violently fucking
let me tell you
somebody
right now, the
and
police-
people are taking advantage of the
people-
violently fucking. I don't want to get my ass beat while you're inside my body. I'm just saying,
People-
I don't get off on that
Dude,
shit.
people are using the police as their own pit bulls.
Yeah.
They get pissed at somebody. They go pick up the phone. They call the cops. The cops don't care. Oh, yeah? What's his name? We'll be right there. And then they
there's-
arrest him. And they put him in jail or
there's
her in jail.
There's a lot of crybabies out there. There's
No,
a lot
but see,
of
they don't
crybabies
care.
out
All they want
there.
is a name. You
Mhm.
give them a name, you're fucked.
Yep,
Once
you are
they got
fucked.
that name, they're gonna come and get you. And especially in Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you can say, you know what? I changed my mind. I was mad at the time, and all of a sudden the state picks up the charges. Now you're going against the state because it's some person now is a third party in the matter.
Best way to defeat that is just don't go there.
No, the best way
Just
to
don't
defeat
go
that.
there. Stay
The
away
best way
from
to
it.
defeat it is you don't. You gotta cut these people. You just gotta move. You can't be around people at all. It's like they want you to be they don't want you to be antisocial, but you might as well be antisocial because once you start to socialize, and all it takes is somebody to be all bummed out about something, and then they go ahead and they can use in this state they can go ahead and use the police as their pit bulls.
Well, because you know what, a lot of people, they don't know how to communicate with each other anymore and
gotta
be
cut
sane
people
about
loose,
shit.
man. You gotta cut
They don't
people.
know how to be sane. They don't know how to talk to each other. They don't even know how to treat themselves.
People don't know how to just handle situations outside of calling the cops. You can actually work out a situation without going to the cops.
Especially without killing each other too. I mean, Jesus fucking A, man. Stop that
Not
shit.
everything it requires to pick up the phone and call the cops. You can, you know, something you can be like, work it out. You can work a matter out because once the cops get involved, it's over with. You don't have no more control. It's done. And now you're somebody. Now you're a child, and the state's the parent, and they're gonna do what you they want, and you lose your job and everything else. And especially today, man. Like I got my license back finally, but I'm saying like especially today to just to have a car. You know, for one, you got beaters that are like $2,000 more than they were before, so you gotta pay like $3,000 for a beater nowadays, or $2,000 for a beater. Okay, fine, you gotta pay $2,000, $3,000, but after you gotta pay insurance too, and then. You know, people don't. You got everybody's not like. You know, I make $25 an hour. I'm making $50,000 a year. But you know, God forbid I had to drive and get into an accident. How long it would take for me to rack up the dough to get another car, whether it's a beater or whatever, right?
Or pay off the lawsuit.
You know what?
No, you have insurance. You got to have. It's not enough to have insurance. I heard one guy say. You know, people have insurance for themselves. He said if everybody had insurance for the other person, if they got into an accident, that would solve, like, because I heard people, they get in an accident and then they don't have a car anymore, but they had insurance and they only get paid what the blue book value is on the car. So some guy had told me once, he said, well, if everybody had insurance that pays the repairs of the person that they hit, well, then that would solve the matter. I don't know. I've never had a car insurance yet, so I'm gonna end up having to get car insurance.
I just have to say that getting a car and getting a house shouldn't be a lifetime payment.
Why would I pay that much?
It should be just a little bit of your life, and that's it. And
that was 6 years ago. That was 7 years ago. It was 2016.
And people are paying off these cars for like 10 years and more, and these fucking cars are shit.
You gotta get off paper before that stops.
Dude, I'll listen to them. Not shit on you, but I'll listen to them.
Well, then they're going to tell you the same thing.
No, we'll find out. I'll find out.
You got to have a thing put in your car.
No, that's bullshit right there. You just all making shit up. Don't make shit up then.
Marco's got to do that.
Well, yeah, well. But see now, a young guy like that. How about you? Hold on, young guy like that. Hold on, young guy like that. He's got all this gizmo attached to his car, and he can barely. He's gonna find a job making $20 an hour. And he's got to find just to be able to drive around. He might as well live in his car. The amount of money he's gonna have to pay to get the car, to pay the insurance, and then pay for this thing, this gizmo to be on the car.
You got to pay for that.
Yeah, you got to pay for that. And then I'm gonna tell you something.
He'll get off that then.
And then he's gonna
everything is like
have to pay to take a class.
It's a total monetary dog pile on you. For everything. I mean, if you look. And you know this for a fact. You look at your bills and you compare them from last year to this year. It doesn't matter if you have lights on or off, or if you're using the heat or not. That bill is 100% doubled.
Hey,
that bill is 100% doubled.
And another thing too, he's gonna have to take a class. He's gonna have to take a class. He gets that job at Quad Graphics. I mean, he might be able to fit it in his schedule because you gotta take that class. Now, the one I had to take for a total of 20 hours. And it was 4 classes. So it lasted a month. Every Saturday I went for 5 hours. I was supposed to sit in a class for 5 hours. Thank the Lord I didn't, because the guy would cut us loose. Having said that, with him working 12-hour shifts, they work 12 hours, don't they? At Quad Graphics?
Yeah, 12-hour shifts.
They work 3 on, 4 off, 4 on, 3 off. Okay, like he's going to have to find it to where, I mean, dude, where do you find time to sleep?
You don't sleep. You live to work and you work to live.
Slave work.
Oh, if you miss one day too, you got to pay for the class over again. You got to take the class over and you got to pay for it again.
Oh, hell no.
And if you hadn't paid in full for the class that you were just taking now at that moment, not only you got to finish paying for that class, but you got to pay for the next class. Dude, it's all a way to keep people off the road, man. It's about this whole big
I'm sure he'll find his way. You know, everything works out, you know, or overthink it or anything like that. You know, everything will work out, you know, and not try to overthink anything.
Everything feels like it's really hard when you first start it, but when you get into the swing of things, it all finds a way of working itself out. It just does.
Dude, they took your license because they said you had seizures, right? They could think about you, like they took your, because you got a seizure, but you were driving on the road. You were driving fine. They didn't have. Why are they taking?
There's nothing wrong
they're taking
with me.
people, but see,
There's nothing wrong with me, but they found a
So we're gonna find a way to eliminate
me
emissions
for a whole year.
Now climate change
every year.
When I thought
every
about that,
fucking year.
so I thought about it. I said, man, you know what? Why is it harder for people to get licensed today? And once you hit a bump in the road, it's harder to even get your license back. Clean,
but it depends.
Reduce emissions.
It depends. If it looks
change,
like you're going to be
keep them off the road. Everybody take public transportation.
If it looks like you're desperate enough to have a life and you're willing to pay all that shit, then they really stick it to you. But
because a lot of jobs are not going to want you unless you got your driver's license too.
You know what? If I just said fuck it and just left America and went back to wherever, I have that choice, and fuck this bill here and fuck all that shit and fuck you too. You know, that's the way it would look.
Yeah, but you know,
but
some people
I live
they won't
here and I have to.
There's people that they won't even let leave this country. There's people like if you got a felony you got a felony, they create this thing called a felony. So now you can't go to Canada because Canada said I won't take felonies.
They won't either. When they let you go in if you have a drunk driver, you have 7 years.
They say keep you in this country too.
Yeah.
Like you're being capped. Now somebody can say you're not. You kept yourself in there. No, fuck that, man. They made up this bullshit, man. You can't have a gun, but the Bill of Rights says that you can have a right to bear arms. They came up. You know what? You can't even have a gun if you have a domestic violence. That's a misdemeanor because somebody else did something. Now you can't. These are all plots devised, whether they know it or not, subconsciously or consciously, to keep people off the road, have everybody go ahead, take public transportation, and you can't defend yourself. You got no guns because something happens, and all of a sudden, well, this because that happened. Now we're gonna have to take your gun rights away from you. So keep you what would be the word? Like keep you defenseless. Yep, keep everybody taking public transportation. Mm-hmm. It's all control, man. It's control,
because it's the 15-minute city, and in 2030, you're gonna have nothing and like it.
Hey, and then talking about that Black Rock and buying houses,
and like it.
Rock, and I was talking about this earlier today when I was in the car with you two. You got people, less people, they building up all these apartment buildings everywhere, right? It sounds great. Yeah, they're new homes.
Fuck
but
that.
Then, see, now you gotta always
pay for life.
But now, granted,
there's no relief. After 10 years or you're retired, you're still fucking paying that much. Mm-hmm. At least when you own a house, you took up that time, and now the house is all paid off. By the time you're retired, it should be paid off well before then, to be honest, depending on when you bought it. But that goes into that whole part where buying a home now turns into such a life mission, you can't even complete it in your lifetime.
But even if you own
and
a
you
home,
can't even give it to your children because they get in trouble.
But
they
even
don't
if
get in
you
trouble,
own
get
a
taxed
home,
for
you
it,
still have to pay property taxes, so you're always going to rent.
Yeah,
but if you rent an apartment building, you know what the apartment
what?
person can say, "I don't want you living here."
Right. Yeah.
So now you're homeless now.
Or you're going to raise your rent.
You can have money. You can have money, but
Richie,
you can't find nobody to rent
this is what it comes down to. When you own your own house, you pay that. Let's say you have $3,000 in taxes for that year. I'd rather pay $3,000 in taxes than $1,200 a fucking month, because after 3 months, guess what? I just paid for everything in that fucking person's fucking life.
But the one thing about owning it
all
yourself
their fucking life
is that no one can tell you that you can't live there.
Yeah, and
it's
you can fucking
yours.
paint your wall if you want. You can have a fucking dog
and you got
or
corporations.
cat.
You got corporations that go around and they buy these multi-unit apartment buildings. You know, and now you're running.
They don't pay taxes either. They don't pay the regular taxes like school taxes.
From a faceless entity who will look at you without you could be like, something happened this month. They'd be like, I don't care, pay me. It's the mafia now. You look at the mafia. You look at so much stuff that the mafia did that people were jailed for, and it's legal today. It's legal today. Racketeering. There's legalized racketeering today.
This is Ken.
Oh, yeah. This is
want to
Michelle.
do no more, huh? Yeah, I know. I wouldn't want to either because this shit's real.
Yeah, I know.
This is
No,
Megan.
it's just getting late.
And
That's
this
all.
is Rich.
And this is the Manwich Show. It's getting hot in here.
Bye.
Like, subscribe, and follow. Thanks for watching, everyone.
So